What do you think of? Hi viewers, we are here at the match 9 at this beautiful sunny Broward County Cricket Stadium. I have the two captains with me of DC Eagles, Mohammad Asif, and LA Lions, Abdullah Adil. I have the officials, and I have the official from the LA Lions, Mr. Shakib, with us. You have the two captains. Who's going to spin the coin? Asif going to spin the coin. Heads is the call.
It's heads.
It's heads it is. You won the toss. What are you going to do?
I just want to bet first.
Can you tell me why you want to bat first?
Betting looks for betting. Wicket looks for betting as well, so that's why I'm going to try to bet first.
You're winning every game, so what are you looking for this game?
We want to go with loaded.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Asif, you guys have got a good game win last night.
Yeah.
So what do you think of today's game?
Oh, it's no big deal for. It's not big. Does not matter to bowl first or bat first because we chased last game absolutely the right way and we have a good finisher as well.
So how is your team by now? You got the combination ready yet, or you're
Almost
still?
we done because suddenly this tournament is a little bit 6-7 days. You have to preparation. Now we are in good shape.
Okay, I wish you all the best
Thank
and
you.
good luck.
Thank you.
So the news from the center is LA Lions won the toss and they have elected to bat first.
So we're ready with the action. LA Lions, they've won the toss, electing to bat. Mohammad Asif, the captain of DC Eagles, will come into bowl to Durrani. And Durrani turns this one into the onside, looking for quick runs. They go through for one, so both batters out in the middle have already scored heavily in this tournament. Triple figure mark for both Durrani and Arabzai. Very important game. We've seen how strong the LA Lions have gone about the business in this series, and they've really done well. They've won all 3 games so far. Very good start here from Mohammad Asif, who's played at the international level and already off to a quiet start here for the Lions. They've really played well. And so far with 6 points on the table so far. And Eagles, they come into this match having played 2, they have won 1. So that has put them at just about 2 points on the table. And here is Asif, will come into bowl to Hizbullah Durrani into the offside. Lovely shot. Fielder does well to prevent the boundary. Couple of runs off the bat of Durrani. He's always a very exciting young player to watch, and already has made a mark in this tournament. A strong batting lineup sported by the Lions. Still Saidib Ganesh, who was opted to go at number 3 today, perhaps. Maybe number 3, number 4, but can't see him going too later than that. Yeah, down the leg side, called a wide, so it'll have to be rebowled. And so the Lions winning the toss, electing to bat, and they've really piled on the scores whenever they've batted first. Mid-afternoon game between the DC Eagles and the Lions. Strong Lions team. We talked about how well this Lions teams have played. They've scored 227 against the High Rollers, 194 against the New York team. Ball defended into the offside and can't score an over. That has gone for 7 so far. Still a ball remaining here. We've seen a good start from Mohammad Asif, very experienced campaigner. And he'll be hoping that he can give the DC Eagles a fine start with the ball. Then, of course, the boys will have to come and really bat well, as Lions opted to win the toss and electing to bat. And whenever they've batted, they've really piled on the score. 227 one time, 194. And then another time, 161. So not shy at all to play shot. Pulled away, gone for the first maximum of this match. And it comes off the bat of already a centurion in this series, Hizbullah Durrani. Fine shot from the young man to end the over. The first over is 13 for no loss. Look at that, short and pulled away into the onside, gone a long way and gone for a maximum. So 1 gone is 13 for no loss. Work with that.
Second match of the day, and 13 for no loss. 14 as a matter of fact. Scoreboard has just caught up there. Hezbollah, the century maker. Now one of the century makers is at the ready, and already he has gone to 9 from 4. Suleiman, both centurions. I guess they're fighting for the marbles at the head table. So Sullivan is by far and away the top run getter in this tournament, followed by Hezbollah, then by Rizwan Shima. This time is pulling this one into the onside. Up, up, and away she goes for yet another premier US Open maximum. So Hezbollah is on the charge. He's raced away to 15 from 5. This is a good pitch, full of runs. He was coming out, pressing forward in the power play. 2 men and outside of the 30-yard circle. Let's go in search of them. There's one down on the deep backward square leg and the wide long on, pretty much in the area where that ball was struck. But you can't catch sixes, especially when they're that big. That was about a 90-meter 6. Ball's outside the off stump. He's throwing it nicely to point and can't score. Single. So the LA Lions have dubbed them as the red hot team, the team to beat at the moment. This is their 4th match. They're on 6 points. They've won all of their encounters, and they look the part by far and away. At no point they were in danger of losing any game. They're just that good. But then again, the marbles going to roll and roll and roll until they stop on Sunday. That's when the grand finale comes. Oh, that's going to be wide of the mark. And umpire Moshe deemed it a legal delivery. The batsman is inquiring and saying, I thought this one would have not given me a fair chance of playing a proper cricketing shot. Umpire Moshe begs to differ. So the left armer bowling over the sticks with a stiff breeze blowing across from leg to off. That ball was dipping down, going from leg to off. An inquiring look and a question asked by the batter to the umpire. This time he's going after him outside the off stump. A few bounces into the boundary ropes now, and he goes for 4. So his bowler is saying, all right, if you're going to pitch it wide, I'm going to go fetch him. And that he did, to great effect. Have a look. It was well wide of the mark, going away from him. 24 it is. Suleiman has been there, not been getting much of the strike. He just had 3 deliveries. Just had 3 deliveries for his 3, so a 1 ball. His bowler perhaps trying to get to the 3-figure mark for himself. Lenny, I think this is a runs pitch for... Oh, he's going big again into the offside, inside out, and there she goes. 80 meters long into the offside. Meet and drink for him. Batter seemed to be in form, Lenny. His bowler?
Yeah, he's such an exciting young player. He's played international cricket for Afghanistan at the junior level. And he's really a great young talent already. Can't talk much about a player who stamped his authority in this tournament. And you talked about a 3-figure mark for a couple of his fellow teammates. In fact, they're both out in the middle. And that's Suleiman Arabzai and, of course, Hezbollah Durrani. We saw also Rizwan Chima among the Centurions club. And not too long ago, we would have witnessed a big knock from Anderson, who got 85 not out. And still Saidib Ganesh to come in this game. So the LA Lions, they're roaring from day one. And if you're coming up against the LA Lions, you've got to bring your A+ game, Ivor Henry, or else you're going for broke.
Exactly. Well, winning is contagious, and they've shown from day one. They mauled the defending champions in the first match on Friday. Seemed like a long time ago. And they knocked them over, as a matter of fact, in the 17th over for only 93 runs. And everybody who come before them, they just put them down. So the skipper come and bowls this time batter, playing up along the onside of the pitch, and they can't score.
Yeah, we have seen Suleiman Arabzai having an outstanding series so far. First game got 44, then second game that big 121, and got 29 in the other game. So he's really been among the runs. And looking to go into the offside. A wiry competitor, Mohamed Asif, and he brings some bit of international experience with him.
Yes, well, the skipper, Asif, with a win yesterday evening. They got on the board yesterday with a win. I think they want to play spoilers here at this time. They need to get to dethrone the Lions, because the Lions are roaring.
Oh,
this one.
big shot into the offside from Arabzai. Lot of height. Not enough distance, and they'll come back for a couple of runs. But the intent is quite clear. Arabzai and Durrani, they're not going to stick around.
No, well, this is the power play, so at least they know that they have to go, and they're capable, quite capable, of getting the ball off the square. And I'm saying again, they're trusting the pitch. The first day of this pitch, and we're bathed in sunshine, so I'm going to put my trust in the Kuwaiter. Oh, he's banging this one in the air, in and out of the power of short mid-on. Put it down. Disappointment for Mohamed Iqbal. You can see that he's dejected. You have to lift your head up and lift your team up. So Asif, disappointed there. He know he would have caught a big fish.
Yeah, certainly you've got to be disappointed. It did not carry fully, but look at that. He made a valiant attempt. And while it didn't really go into his hands, but the disappointment from Asif is certainly you've got to take these catches. These men have been terror for the bowlers. And Asif runs in again to bowl to Durrani into the offside. And the young man can score already. We talked about his 100 in this series. So the DC Eagles, they've played 2 games so far. They've lost to the New York team, and then of course they've beaten the Dallas Smashers. And so with 2 points on the table for them so far. But when you look at the Lions, a dominating performance from them. They've played 3 and they've won all 3 with ease. And look at that, Durrani into the onside and gone for another maximum.
Oh, that's a good looking shot. Ooh, meat and drink. He was back pitched and he swiveled and got all of it and sent it down to the swap shop, gone shopping. That's a good shot, a good proper cricket shot. I guess the skipper is disappointed, and he can see the dejection on his feel, as if to say, I should have pulled up that big fish. Now you have smacked me out of the park and moved his tally into the 30s. He's on 31. 39 it is. He got a chance when he was on 25. I'm going to put down as a chance. This is a big stage. You have to take those.
Yeah, 39 in just 3 overs. We've seen a big start from Hisbollah Durrani. Such a big talent, Ivor Henry. I remember they had a youth minor league up in Texas. And Durrani was there on almost every game. He was scoring some tall scores, and I'll try, maybe not necessarily this innings, to try to pull those scores up, but a dominating display from the young man. Of course, he was playing age-level cricket. He's still young. But you look at him in this series, and you have seen him in the other days, but I've seen him for only 31 so far. And already I've seen 4 sixes from him.
Well, trying to get to 10 because Chima would have hit 10 on his way to 100 not out. So he has gone 4.
So they're off to a really great start, going at 13 runs and over. And you get the feeling, Ivor Henry, no team has been able to hold this team back. We're beginning to see an early change as Mohamed Kamal has been given a relief. A new bowler introduced into the attack here. We'll have to pick him up, but you get the feeling that they're going to try something to slow it up a little bit. How many times have we seen when batters like the medium to fast stuff, you want to slow it down a little bit? So 198.
Yes.
That's been given the ball. It looks like Rafai Safdar.
Yeah, that's his jersey number. They have some big numbers this year on the back of their jerseys.
Yes, Saeed Rafai Safdar, the leg spinner. He comes in here trying to break the flow. And Arabzai into the onside, can score. So good start from him.
Yes, he's on the money. You're going to take some doing to keep these two batters quiet. Let's hope they don't run out of steam because Sunday is the big day. That's when we're going to really want to see whoever is on the big stage to showcase their wares.
Yeah, ball driven into the offside. And straight away he knows that once he finds the gap, it's going to go away for 4. 4 runs off the bat of Arabzai.
Sweetly timed, the proper cricketing shot. He just had to get it past the 30-yard circle because these two men outside of this 30-yard circle, one was in the long-off position, the other in the deep mid-wicket position, and he just had to just ease it between cover and extra cover. He didn't even have to move. Look at it. It's a beautiful shot. Proper cricket shot.
And it's no wonder when the captain wins the toss and he's electing to bat, because that's where they are strong at the top of the order. And still Saidib Ganesh to come. They're off to a quick start.
Yes, indeed. Well, these two are opening, I think, for the first time together. So I guess they're probably going to go neck and neck. They're in the number 1 and number 2 position in terms of runs, individual runs tallied.
Yeah, how many times we've seen teams carry their eggs in one basket, and when I say that, Durrani and Arabzai already hundreds, part of the Centurion club, but you get the feeling if you can get some early wickets, you'll probably expose the middle order, who hasn't had a lot of batting in the 3 games that they've played so far, Ivor Henry.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. I hope these two does not run out of steam. It's a long competition. Actual 9 days on the park, and had a rest day yesterday. Lenny. I said Denny. Lenny. We had intermittent rain yesterday and stuff, so I didn't even bother to venture to go to the Dania Beach.
Oh, look at that.
Lovely.
Straight up and over, long off. Gone for another 4. In fact, gone for 6.
Yeah, I call it a baby 6 because he just got over the rope. There was a feline pursuit, probably to pull it in, maybe, you know, these acrobatic things that they do where they stop them, toss the ball in and all the good stuff, because it was just beyond the boundary ropes, one of the smaller ones.
So the 50 comes up in no time, just under 4. Still a ball remaining, 50 on the board here. Here is Safdar. And swung away into the onside. Will this carry?
Nope.
And it falls in front of the long on area. A couple of runs. That will complete the 4th over. So 4 gone. It's 53 without loss. 53 without loss at the end of 4.
Yeah, the last 2 deliveries, he's not timing. I guess they're middling, but they're not timing. Even though he would have gotten a 6, he wanted it to be a longer 6, and this other one into the onside. He had the height, but never the distance. Fell about 50 meters away. But then you can take your chances because it's still in the power play. We have only got 4 overs for 53 runs. I'm telling you, these guys are really wheeling the willow. Suleiman is on 19 from 12, but His bowler, who was sucked up 12 deliveries also, has run away. He has gone to 32 from his 12.
So Mohamed Asif will continue. 2 overs, no made, none for 22. We have seen one from Kamal for 17. And we have seen one from Safdar, Rafai Safdar for 14. And ball outside the off stump. Durrani plays, and a question being asked here for Mohamed Asif, but not outside his umpire Charlie.
Well, he was pleading his case. Has no one to take it to the higher court, because Charlie, it starts with Charlie and ends with Charlie, umpire Charlie. He's been here since Friday doing yeoman service.
So 53 on the board. What a fine start here from the Lions. They've really played well. Perfect season for them so far. In the air, give him someone a chance. Oh, he takes a tumbling catch. And the big man, Hizbullah Durrani, has to go for 32. 53 for 1. Mohamed Asif strikes. Yeah, we've seen a very good catch. It looks like Kamal, Mohamed Kamal, comes up with a swirling catch. Had to wait a long time. But we talked about dropping catches to these batters. It's a no-no. In the end, he holds on. And Durrani, quick fire 32, comes to an end. Mohamed Asif, with the experience, has taken out a big fish.
Yes, the previous delivery, he was asking a question to umpire Nazir Charlie. That was turned down. The very next delivery said, all right, I'm going to get him where he would walk. I wouldn't even have to appeal to the umpire, because once you're out caught, other than the wicketkeeper taking you, batters tend to walk.
So Saideep Ganesh, another top player. And that's the point I was making, Ivor Henry. This is a chance for any team to pick up 2 or 3 wickets and then expose the middle order, who has really on the bat in this season so far, because the top order has flourished.
That is true. That is true. So true. So time to make some inroads. So the skipper is leading from the front. He's saying, I'm taking one of the big fish. But there's still another big fish over there.
So Saideep Ganesh, he's another top player. He's been part of the local domestic minor league setup. Comes out of the East Bay Blazers team. I remember, might have been the first year of Major League he was drafted. For some reason pulled out, I think because of injury, but he's been on the radar. And he's also the top batter. You made mention that for the first time we saw Arab Zai and Durrani opening the batting, but in the previous game, it has been Saideep Ganesh. He's always been an opener.
Yes, yesterday he batted down the order, but he's still on top of the table in terms of runs. Individual run, just a lovely stroke back along the onside of the pitch. Just for the one.
So Ganesh gets off the mark and brings Arab Zai, who's on 19, has had to play second fiddle for a quick starter in Hizbullah Durrani. And Mohamed Asif and company, the boys from the DC Eagles, will be quite happy that they've taken care of Durrani. We saw in one of the previous over from Mohamed Asif, a little bit of, might have been a chance, might have been a half chance, didn't carry to the man a short mid-on. Look at that, he gets an outside edge. Mohamed Kamal, who's taken a very good catch with a tumbling save.
Yep, and gained no stats in the column for good fielding. That was one of them. Diving to his left, saving runs. Once it would have gone past him, I think you'll have hit the boundary rope. He had enough pace. These thick bats with these thick edges, you can edge for 4. You edge for 6, as a matter of fact.
So we've seen a good over here from Mohamed Asif, and we talked about the international stars have always come to the US Open. Oh, edged and passes Kamal this time, and he goes away for 4.
Yeah, he made an effort. He's all sprawled out there, really trying to pull this one in. He was not the second time lucky. as he would have done for the first one. So after, no, we still have a legal delivery left, yes.
So this over's gone for 6, an over in which he picked up the wicket of his bowler Durrani. Saidip Ganesh, probably give him the benefit of the doubt. He may have steered that one through the slip area, but there's a slip in place now.
Horses are bolted already. I'm saying when you're having only 2 men outside the circle, you're such a good bowler, you must find a place for the slip.
So ball cut away. That's a lovely shot. A lot of work to be done here from Kamal. And he does well. The over comes to a close. It's 60 for 1 at the end of 5.
Yes, I was saying you can find a place for catcher in the slips because 2 men outside of the circle. Why not have one of those 7 guys in the slip in a catching position? That would have been a sitter for the slip fielder once there was one placed and positioned right. Because you still have to position those slips right. You can have them either too fine or too wide. But once it was placed right, I think that Asif would have been in business with his second.
So Rafai Safdar, side Rafai Safdar will continue. First over went for 14. And he was bowling at a time in which Harabzai and Durrani was out in the middle doing their magic. And we'll come in here to bowl to Saidip Ganesh. What a powerful top order sported by the Lions. And not only on paper, Ivor Henry, but they've got 3 wins, 6 points on the table so far, the best by any team in this tournament.
Yes, hat-trick of wins. They're going for 4th. And let's see if we can have a spoiler. Who would be the first to beat the Lions? Because they are roaring. 2 centurions in the midst. As a matter of fact, they're the 2 top batters in this tournament. They're coming from the LA Lions squad.
Yeah, there's batting to come. Sabawoon Banuri, he's another one. Imran Mohadi and Abhishek Paradkar, who plays for the US national team. So still batting to come, but you want to probably get them like 3 for 50, 50 for 3. Around that area, well, they're 60 for 1 now, so that can't happen. So maybe 80 for 4. And then let's see how the middle order adapts to a situation in which they have hardly batted in the 3 games that they have played.
Yeah, it'll be good for their team too, not just that, you know, they make inroads. They should shuffle the order a little bit and give them a nap. Let them get a feel on center stage.
So Said Rafai Safdar will continue. Left arm spin, how valuable they have been in this version of the game, when a game, of course, predominantly right-hander, looking to go across to hit bowlers out at the park. So Safdar will come into bowl to Saidip Ganesh. And Ganesh is driving straight to the man at short cover. Spectators catch.
Yes, bump ball, beach cricket. 1 bounce, you're out. Have you ever played those? 1 bounce out. Have to find a way to get the innings when 20 men are on the park on an afternoon, when the sun goes down at 6 o'clock, get out of school. 1 bounce, you're out. We even had defensive shot played out.
So Safdar, a couple of good balls in this over. Ivor Henry, how important are spin bowling in T20 cricket?
Yes, a good start for him. Dot balls are like gold dust. But the batter is having a feel. He's taking his time and trying to get pace with this wicket. It's a new wicket.
Yeah, cut away, trying to beat the gap. Very packed offside field. And so the first run comes off the over, halfway through the over. Good bowling.
Yes, good knockdown there in the point. Point is a very, very busy area. It was just to his right. He knocked it down but couldn't prevent the single. So he now brings Suleiman on strike, and we are always expecting something good from him.
Yeah, can't beat that offside field, but you keep trying and then Wall will squeeze through.
Yeah, it's a ring of fielders right there. It's like a net. They've cast the net.
And so far, Rafai Safdar has really bowled to that field. He's bowled 4 balls. He's only given up 1. Arabzai into the onside. If the offside doesn't work, you go the opposite side. And look at that. Good running. Comes back for a couple of runs.
Yeah, well, the bowling to a 6-3 field, so he had to say, I can't get through the offside with 6 men over there. But they have 3 in the onside. Let me try that. Hitting across the line. Well, he worked it for 2.
So still a very good over here from Said Rafai. We talked about when he was tongued over in his first over. That has gone for 14. And even if this ball goes for a 6, that will take him to 9 runs and over. We'll have to wait and see. But so far, it's been a good one. Arabzai throw the offside, and this is a no-man move situation. Gone for 4.
Yes, he went with pace. A good-looking shot. If you can beat that ring, that net we spoke about, it was a bit aerial, but he picked his spot and went straight between extra cover and down to the boundary for 4. A good-looking shot.
So the power play done and dusted. Ivor Henry 67 for 1.
Good start here by the LA Lions. Like you say, they need to expose the middle. Let's see what do they have in the tank. Come Sunday is the big grand finale. On the 20th, that's when it all comes down. So the end of the power play, they got to 67 for 1.
So the action continues. Ball worked into the onside, runs away for 4. And this time off the bat of Saideep Ganesh. The action continues 71 for 1.
Oh, 20th, Saturday. 20th is Saturday.
So Maz Koram comes into the attack, and first ball off the bat of Saideep Ganesh, gone away for 4. They're off to a really quick start. They're going at 11.5 runs and over, which has really been the strength of this LA Lions team. By now, 3 and 6.1 overs into this tournament. It looks like the LA Lions are the team to beat, and so far they've been unbeatable. Mas Koram. Look at that slashing shot into the offside. Lovely shot from Saideep Ganesh. And they'll come back for a couple of runs. The throw comes, another good one. 2 more runs there for the Lions.
Yes, good cricket all around. Good running between the sticks. I'm telling you, the ground feeling has been good. The throw was good, 1 bounce. I mean, we're so accustomed to direct hits that even a 1 bounce over the stumps now is being criticized. You've got to hit those sticks.
So Maz, so far in the series, 1 for 21, 2 for 12. So some mixed performance from him. And he comes in here to bowl at the strongest batting lineup, one of the strongest team. Oh, into the offside, protection out in the deep. We're just past the power play, so some added protection out for you, Ivor Henry.
Yes, deep point, and he's going to be busy for the rest of this inning, I can tell you that. Deep point and point. A lot of balls goes in those areas.
So Suleiman Arabzai comes into strike. We talked about the advancement and the way Afghanistan have gone about their associate business. They're playing with the big boys now. Ivor Henry, have you seen the Afghanistan national team play? Weren't they scheduled to play World Cup matches here? I think it was rained out, or was it Nepal?
Rained out. That was the disaster. Only one match got played here because rain and more rain. Reminded us when we had the tournament when it was rained out.
Yeah, it might have been 2014.
Yes.
2016, I recall there was an Afghan team that came all the way to the final. Alman Safi. Ball driven straight down the ground. That's a lovely shot from Arab Zai. Fetches him a single. But just coming back to the Afghan talent, how good they have been in world cricket. From an associate team playing alongside the likes of America, alongside of the Ireland, alongside of Nepal. And they've gone to a full nation team now. And not only that, they have challenged some of the best in the business in T20 cricket.
Yes.
Play and a miss. Good over from Mas. Karam comes to an end. 8 off this over. And after 7 is 75 for 1.
Desire smart investments, then let MAQ Group guide your property journey. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing in property, MAQ Group has you covered. Worldwide, we offer a range of services tailored just for you. Looking for your next home, business, or want to investment? Our residential and commercial investment, we ensure you find the perfect profitable business or property. Our off-plan properties and expert market analysis promise lucrative opportunities. And for property owners, our management services handle everything so you don't have to. With MAQ Group, you're not just getting a service, you're gaining a partner dedicated to your success. Trust, transparency, and a seamless experience from start to finish. Ready to begin your property journey? Visit us at www.macgroup.com and let's make your real estate dreams a reality.
So we're back with the cricket. And they're going at a steady 10 runs and over. Bearing in mind, they made 227 on one team. So this is the team to beat. So number 35 given the ball. Another bowling change here. Ivor Henry, the 5th bowler to be used. Samiullah Jawad has been given the ball, and he comes in here with Suleiman Arabzai. As you can see on your card, he's up on 27. Saidip is on 14. And with a powerful batting order like this, if you, being the captain, Abdullah Adil, you win the toss, you'll certainly bat. Ivor Henry, we talked about the wicket and conditions here, ideal for batting.
Ideal for batting. And what do you think of the pitch so far?
Well, the wicket here has always been batting friendly, even if it's on a bad day. And you talked about earlier on, oh, this is stroked into the offside. Runs here, and look at that. Bisects the gap on the offside, and that's gone away for 4.
Oh, glorious. I'm telling you, man, all class. Everything was right about that stroke. Everything was right. I'm sure we'll have a look. There it is, and held the pose. My word, that's a classy shot.
Yeah, how many times, even in the shorter version of the game, it brings your memory back of what cricket used to look like in the 60s and the 70s, when you kept the ball all along the carpet. Ask your friend Lawrence Rowe.
Oh, yes, oh, yes.
Into the onside, looking for runs. Look at that. Challenging the fielder. The fielder makes mistake. They come back for 2.
Good one in between the sticks. And I always say that 2020 cricket doesn't have to be all bang, bang, and forcing. You can play proper cricket shots. You have more time than you think.
So we've seen a very good knock so far from Suleiman Arabzai. Such a top talent. Saidip Ganesh, he's at the other end. And look at that. Once it beats the fielder, It finds the gap fast outfield, and that's 4 more runs.
All class. So we have seen one on the offside. Now we have seen one on the onside. Suleiman on the charge. Let's have a look. Into the onside, undriven, picking his spot, beating mid-on, and mid-wicket, splitting them, only to retrieve beyond the boundary boards.
Yeah, I remember in 2016, Al Masafi, an Afghan team, brought some big star, Gulbadin Naib, who captained the Afghan team at the international level. He was here. Quite a few of the international stars, and I may still have that scorecard. We'll take a look maybe by tomorrow. Oh, into the onside. Look like it will go all the way. Oh, my goodness. A good bit of effort from the fielder outside of the rope. And so that is gone for 6.
Yeah, he tried to volleyball it back into play. He was in the air, acrobatic, but it just came down outside of the mark. Let's have a look. He goes up, trying to bat it in, and it came down. It came down pretty hard there on his backside. So I hope that he's okay.
Yeah, that is why even the cricket field is a matter of inches. I'm quite sure if one of the fielders had displaced the rope by 4 or 5 inches, might have made a big difference.
Yes.
But a lovely shot again from Suleiman Arabzai. He's gone quickly into the 40s. And here is Jawad. He's gone for plenty in this over. And big appeal. He's not caught behind. So Arabzai finally falls for 43. Jawad strikes. It's 91 for 2.
Yeah, it was away from him, but he was in playing stroke, so he just did not want that one to pass. He was wide of the mark. He went after it. Beautifully taken, though, by the wicket keeper. You still have to take them, no matter how simple they look. Still have to take them. So 91 for the loss of 2 wickets. He's gone for 43. He did not make that half century in which he was really looking for. Look at it, wide of the mark. Disgusted with himself. He's like, my word, he punches his bat to say, bat, you failed me on this occasion. But the bat has been good to you. Look at this, he's going to punch his bat.
So the second, so the second wicket falls. Arabzai goes 91 for 2, 7 and a 7.5. And Sami Ullah Jawad, he joins Mohamed Asif, picking up 1 apiece. And you get the feeling we talked about exposing the middle order. But when you look at the Lions, 91 is still a very good score.
Yes, indeed. Very, very good score. So like I said, playing in this competition, 8 days on the square and 1 for beach cricket, make it 9 days US Open.
And there's still days to come. And you get the feeling when you look at the Lions team, you know they're going deep into this tournament, so they'll probably be playing every day. The thing is, when you look at some of the weaker teams, you know by Thursday, Friday, they're gone.
Yes.
Chance for them to explore Fort Lauderdale and visit the beaches.
That's right.
So Zazai comes to the middle, Ishaq Zazai. And Sami Ullah Jawad has made a very good impact here in just his first over. And ball stroked into the offside. And he will get off the mark, so that will complete 8. So 8 gone, it's 92 for 2.
Yeah, it's a good score, and again, we're exposing some of the middle order, which we would really, really like to see. The curtain comes down on Saturday. I had it all wrong all along. The 20th, I thought, was this Sunday. We're so accustomed to these games finishing on Sunday. I'm so spoiled, you know. This is my 17th year. I mean, you have to give me a break now. We've always had the finals on a Sunday, and I just had it in my mind that the finals is going to be on a Sunday. But I'm saying Sunday the 20th. Folks, forgive me. It is Saturday the 20th. That's when the curtain comes down.
So Ishaq Zazai will be the man on strike. Look like Mas Karam will continue. And we've seen some good cricket so far. And we talked about getting into the middle order, but with 92 on the board, I'm not too sure getting into the middle order will have such an impact, because projection-wise, they're still on course for about 180 here, Ivor Henry, with just about not even halfway stage yet. With 92 on the board, 180 is on the card.
Yeah, it's a red hot Lions team, red hot. From the Friday they started, they decided, well, we're going to go for broke, and they've been scoring and scoring. And like we said, for you newcomers, we have witnessed 2 centuries from their team already. Hezbollah and Suleiman, they're both gone though. Oh, what is this? It was wide of the mark. He's going to get away with it though.
Yeah, the ball eluding Rafi Safdar, and Mohammed Kamal has had a lot of work to do. Ball hanging in the air for some time. A couple of runs there from Ishaq Zazai. Take a look at that, Ivor Henry.
Yeah, it was wide, but it was always going away from him. Like I said, they're playing stroke, so even though the wide deliveries, they're going after them. Trying to get runs from the willow. Saving extras, I would imagine. That was wide of the mark.
Short ball. And we talked about the track here at Broward County Stadium. Something in it for both the batters and the bowler.
Good cricket pitch. Good cricket pitch. I can't fault the creators at all. Something for the batters, something for the bowlers. Even Stephen, so far, batting is winning it. 2020 is more about batting, you know, really than bowling. Not too often you get all of the 10 wickets, but you always come to see good batting. And we saw a good game.
Yeah, Karam peels off the outside edge. And I got to tell you, this fielder here, Mohammed Kamal, has had so much work to do, and he's held up.
Well, third man is a busy area. I like third man. That's a run-saving position, especially in 2020, limited overs. You're either getting a top edge, you're guiding it outside the off stump when you can really force it in the offside. So fine leg and third man, those are run-saving positions in your shorter version.
So we'll talk about this Lions juggernaut that has steamrolled all the other teams so far in their opening games. They won quite easily against the Catchers, 161 to 93. I thought Rizwan Chima got a first ball in that game. Is that the game?
Yes.
And then in the second game, they posted 227 against Vegas. They won that game 227 to 120. And then their last game against the New Yorker, that was always going to be a top challenge, a big fixture for them. They won that game 194 to 163. So they've really dominated their opponents into the offside. And a single here to Saideep Ganesh. That will complete the 9th over. So 9 gone, it's 96 for 2.
Yeah, 1 away from the 100, and they're going at a good clip, good cricket, good viewing. We want to welcome all your MAQ viewers again. And if you're just waking up somewhere in some part of the world, you're watching live cricket coming to you from the Broward County Stadium, right here in the state of Florida, in these United States of America.
And folks, while we're at it, 6 teams this year. That means each team will play 5 games. And of course, we go to the last 4, the best 4 teams, and then we go 1 plays 4, 2 plays 3, and it's all heading for a Saturday final and not Sunday. Don't come here Sunday because nothing might be here.
No. Well, something might be here Sunday, because for them not to have a Sunday match, my guess is that they may have a big football match here. That's my bet. I'm going to try to find out why not the Sunday match, though. Because we started on a Friday to make it this Saturday thing. It has to be something with the park.
So bowling change, Samuel Jawad. And it's now Husnain who has been given the ball. So he comes in here and ball into the offside. Easy single as play continues here into the 10th.
Yeah, tumbling effort there by Asif, trying to prevent the single, but it was always away from him. I think it was a bluff, trying to let the fielders think he's going to stop it.
So Husnain Bukhari sixth bowler to be used here for the DC Eagles. Will come into bowl to Ishak Zazai, still going at 10.5 runs and over. He's been there from the start. In fact, we saw at one time they were going at 13 runs and over. The first 3 overs yielded 39. And that has really been the strength of this Lions batting.
And that was all effort from his bowler. He got 32 while he was batting, but he hit some 4 maximum while he was there.
Yeah, look at that. Looking to go across the offside, access the leg side. Doesn't go too well. This is good bowling from Hussein Bukhari.
Yeah, trying to pull out the boom, trying to do some sweeping. Made no connection.
Yeah, we've seen some lovely cricket in this park over the years of the US Open. And we were talking off mic, trying to remember some of the days here at the US Open when we would be playing in the park still at 12 o'clock in the night.
You're being very kind, very modest. You've been here after 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
Yeah, there's still games going on. I remember one final we did here. As they're cashing in on another 100 mark here, the Lions. Quite a dominating season for them. When we come back, we'll talk about some memories. I remember one particular year, the final well into the night, we were told to shut the PA system down because of the noise ordinance.
Yes, yes.
Pulled away, brings up the 100 in fine style. Lovely shot from Saideep Ganesh. The 100 comes up.
Yes, in grand style in the 10th over at that. As he pulled this one into the vacant mid-wicket area, it was not a good delivery. It was a poor delivery, bowling to an informed batter. And like you said, the middle has been exposed, and I think they're doing well for themselves.
Yeah, the 100 comes up in quick time, still going at 10 runs and over. And we've seen a good knock so far from Saideep Ganesh. And that's one of the good things. Ivor Henry, while they have lost a couple of wickets, they lost Durrani and Arab Zai. They themselves scored so quickly by the time their wicket fell within the 10-over period. There was runs on the board and plenty of them.
Yes, indeed. It's a strong unit all around. Batting, bowling, they've been making the 200s and the high over 150 and knocking teams out for under 100. As it would have started with the Chicago catchers. You said it earlier, 93 in under 17 overs.
So it looks like Mohamed Asif will bowl his final over. I saw him taking the ball, gone up to the bowler's mark. I haven't seen him with a cap, so I was still waiting for him to hand the cap to the umpire, but he has gone out in the field without any cap. So
Yeah, he's getting a suntan.
well, in fact, he's given the ball to number 38. In fact, number 35. And it looks like Safiola Jawad comes back into the attack. Samiola Jawad has been given another ball. He's the man who picked up the wicket of picked up the wicket of Arab Zai, caught behind. And so he will come in here with already 100 on the board.
Well, he's coming from the far end.
Yeah, will come into bowl to Ishak Zazai. And ball driven into the offside. And an easy run. And part of the memory I was talking about, I remember in 2016, I'm not too sure if it's 2016, but the year when Shoaib Akhtar came, when the final was delayed by rain and we had to play it well into the night.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was the Trinidad team, or maybe it might have been the Pakistan team that was in the final. But back in those days, we used to do PA commentary. You remember those days?
Yes, yes.
With the boxes out on the ground.
Outside. Mm-hmm.
And after 9 or 10 o'clock, we were told that we can't play loudspeaker in the stadium because of the noise ordinance around here.
Yes.
So I say all that to say that we have done finals that have gone well into the night. And that was the final that year, if you remember. Oh, looking to go into the onside. It doesn't go too well.
Of course, I remember in the early days, you and Carl was doing the commentary
Yeah,
over there, and I was taking pictures.
correct.
So that's what I'm saying. I've been here for all of the 17. So right there, you know, I looked at you and Carl many times, and I think just stay there. First time I saw you was in New York when we had the conference, Eastern Conference, when you and Carl were commentating in the park with the with the loudspeakers.
Yeah, very good. So we've seen a couple of good balls there from Jawad. Saideep Ganesh. And it goes to probably the favorite, the most active player, Mohammed Kamal.
Yeah, after the power play, man, your third man must be in play, and a guy with a strong arm as well. But I've seen it too often. Leave the third man vacant and runs just pour down there.
It's interesting, back in the 70s and even the 80s, the fine leg and third man used to be the hangout area.
Yes.
The fast bowler, you send them to third man and fine leg to graze.
to sign autographs, you know, back in the day when players could have, spectate.
Yeah, through the offside, can't beat the man, cover running around. The throw comes in. Not a good one. You've got to hit direct from that area.
Had one stump to aim at, so it's pretty difficult. I'll get it bang over the sticks.
It's 106 for 2. You can see that on your card. Ishaq Zazai is on 8, 21 to Saideep Ganesh. And we talked about how good Saideep Ganesh has been over time. Not necessarily in this tournament, but a name that he has made for himself. But you're watching Zazai on strike. And into the offside, into the hands, and out of the hands of the captain, Mohammed Asif.
Yep. He's doing a juggling act there just now. Had 2 chances at it, and he spilled it. So Ishaq has given a life. He's disappointed. You can tell by the look of his face he wants to bring down the red-hot Lions, but you've got to take those catches. In and out.
So still a good over here from Jawad. This time into the onside. That will complete a very good over from him. 5 runs off this over. And a chance for him to get a wicket. 11 gone. It's 107 for 2. So the bowling so far, Hussein Bukhari will continue. A wicket apiece for Mohammed Asif and a wicket for Samiola Jawad. But the action continues. They haven't been able to pull the run rate down. And you look at the card there, Saideep Ganesh and Ishaq Zazai out in the middle. We've seen a big partnership. Well, in fact, not a massive partnership, but they've held up the progress here for the DC Eagles. Oh, lofted into the offside. Runs out of real estate. And gone for another maximum. Ishaq Zazai gets into the act. And it's over the offside for 6.
Yeah, 113 it is now for 2. That was a lovely shot. I'm sure we'll see it again on the replay for you who would have missed it. Up, up, up and away.
Yeah, another good shot from Ishaq Zazai. And while we were talking about getting in to the middle order of this LA Lions team. Sometimes you may find some new talent in the middle. Ishak Zazai seems to be one.
Yeah, he's looked the part. 14 deliveries for his 16. And he's building a nice little partnership here. Last week it fell when the score was on 91.
Yeah, Hussein Bukhari gone for 7 so far. And Saidib Ganesh, he's played a good hand. Yeah, into the offside. Good bowling here from Bukhari.
Yeah, 2 dots on the trot, and they're keeping the middle order here quiet. They've been exposed, but they're not gifting their wicket away by any means. Asked for stumping. Nado says umpire Charlie. Charlie been at it from since Friday. Every day so far. Strong man.
Yeah, Charlie has been part of the umpiring panel for the last couple of years, isn't it?
Yes, like the last maybe 3-4 years.
Yeah, and I made the point that this tournament, over time, this US Open has given people opportunities to advance their career, and we'll talk about that maybe when we come back after the next over. Swatted into the onside, no elevation. And look who it is, Mohammad Kamal. He's really been all over the place. In fact, he's been in one position, but he has had so much work to do. 12 gone, it's 115 for 2.
Yeah, you say you were gonna.
Yeah, we were, and the U.S. Open over the years, Ivor Henry has given not only the players but officials a chance to advance their trade. You look at guys like Jermaine Lindo, who had their start, and certainly that's when you spotted them. Vijay Malela, these guys are umpiring at the top level for the U.S. now. But I recall back in the early days, Jermaine Lindo and the other umpires who are top on the USA umpire cricketing panel got their break from the US Open.
Right here, exactly. So that's for the umpiring. But for cricketers, Ali Khan comes to mind.
Yeah, and bearing in mind, the first set of great semi-professional or great amateur level streaming was right here at the US Open. Nobody was streaming before.
That's right.
So the action continues.
Oh, glorious.
Through the offside. It's a classic looking shot, spilled a little bit by the interception here by Mohammad Asif. Other than that, another lovely shot for 4.
Yeah, he got his paws on it, but it was struck beautifully that he still went beyond him for 4. All timing, all class in that boundary. So Hasif is going to be leaving the playing area. Indicated the umpire is going for something. He's going for his hat.
Yeah, he's bowled 3 overs, 1 for 21, 1 for 29. So if anything, he's got to be mindful to how long he stays off, because when the absence time is being applied, he wants to make sure that he's been able to bowl 1 more over. He's bowled 3, 1 for 29 so far. Ball driven into the offside, and straight away the substitute comes in. He's put on work, and he does well. Fires a throw at the bowler's end.
Yeah, we should say that again. The running was not good. The communication was off the mark. The non-striker was coming, stop. The striker insisted that he was going to go through for the single. He made good his ground in the end, but it was not one out of the manual. Look at it. Look at it. Okay. Okay, we are looking at. Want to see the batters to see where it was hicking up.
So big appeal. Nado says Charlie.
Yeah,
Samiola Jawad continues to bowl well.
Clearly outside the off stump. You can't get struck playing a shot outside the off stump. So good umpiring there by umpire Charlie. Good decision.
So Mohamed Asif has left the field, and straight away as a substitute you come on and you're called into action, Ivor Henry.
That's it. You want to be a part of. So let's look at this.
Yeah, good call. Way outside the off stump.
Way outside the off stump. There's no way you're gonna get that.
So Sami Ullah Jawad from the far end. And Zaza is driving. Class through the offside. He continues to show us some traditional off drives.
And he coming through the microphone, you can hear the applause coming through. It was a lovely shot. Beautiful. Straight out of the coach's manual. Let's have a look. It was full, but it still have to be driven. All class.
Yeah, lovely shot from Zazai. This partnership has gone up to 33.
You asked for it. You asked to expose the middle.
There's the middle.
There's the middle. That's it.
Middle of the bat.
Middle of everything. Yep.
Yeah, we have seen some lovely drives from two of the batters out in the middle. We saw a lovely one from Arab Zai. And looking to go. Big appeal, he's gone. So Ishak Zazai finally falls. Jawad is rewarded. It's 124 for 3.
Yes. I think he might have gotten a touch on it. I think that's the indication. But umpire Charlie says you've got to go. He's down, he's down, he's down, he's down. Yeah, he came off the bat. But it happens sometimes, Happens sometimes. The umpire have a split second to make that decision. Give him out. He's gone for 20. It's 124 now for 3.
So Imran Mohadi comes to the middle. And he comes in here with 124 for 3. We were talking about getting into the middle order, but we were not talking about getting into the middle order when you're 124 on the board.
Okay, that's a get out of jail card. Lady.
I was talking getting into the middle order 35 for 3.
35 for 3. Okay, I got you. Okay. Maybe we will see that, but it'll be a travesty for that to happen in the semifinals or the finals, when they would have done so well in the preliminaries.
So Imran Mohammedi comes to the middle, and he comes in here with them still going at 9.6 and over. And you get the feeling that they could really cash in on maybe a 180. We talked about the projection earlier on. Here is Jawad. And ball turned nicely away here from Imran. He gets off the mark and gets things going. And so the 13th over comes to a close. Ivor Henry, it's 125 on the board.
Yes, well, good bowling there by Samula. He has gotten 2 wickets in his spell so far. And like I said, he appealed, got the wicket in his favor. Last batter going for 20. Like I said, we're going to go into the lower middle order sooner or later. And this is what Lenny wants to see.
Well, we've seen a very good knock from Arab Zai. We talked about the Centurions club. Dorani got him off to a quick start. In fact, the power play yielded somewhat. The power play yielded 67 runs. And by the time they lost their first wicket, they were well on their way. Even if wicket fell, they were solidly placed to really score at 9 and 10 per over. And here we are. So Bukhari will continue, it appears. And he's bowled 2 overs, no made none for 14 so far. So he's gone for 7 and over. But when you consider the team giveaway has been 9.6, you'll take the 7 any day.
Any day. I think it's decent. I'll take 7 runs and over any day. Just over a run a ball any day. Still a lot of overs left in this inning. 7. That's quite a bit. We haven't seen a 50 in this inning.
So Imran has batted once. Oh, taken on the pad. That's a very good shout. I like that. And he's gone.
Yes, definitely. That one is a goner. That's a good shout. So the batsman would have no difficulty in taking a walk back. Without questioning, came right in front of all the sticks. No, he didn't hit the bat this time, so I know for sure that you're not going to query. So it's gone for 1. So they're making some inroads. We need to see them exposed. That's what you're saying. You asked for it, Denny. You're getting it, Lenny. You're getting it. 125 for 4. You want to see them struggling. Maybe about a 7 wicket down and see if they can still post a good 175, 176 thereabout. Okay.
So Khyber Wali comes to the middle. And you get the feeling that the DC Eagles are mounting a bit of a fight back here. Still, you talked about 7 overs remaining. On the other hand, DC Eagles might be saying, we're only 6 wickets away.
Exactly. And six wickets mean you can get them in an over. 6 balls. Who knows? It's cricket.
Yeah, we saw a hat-trick in the tournament already, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, Lenny, you're listening.
So
hat-trick on the second day.
So Bukhari has picked up his first wicket, that of Imran Mohammadi. And will come into bowl to Khyber Wali. Saidib Ganesh has taken some time. Not the explosive type as we have seen from Arabzai and Durrani. But still a solid 27 so far. He has held up one side.
Yes.
And so Bukhari will come into bowl to Khyber Wali for the first time. Third wicket falling at 124, 4 at 125. And a play and a miss. Good start here again from Bukhari.
Yes, like we said, we need to see a few more batters on the park. Not only for this tournament, but to showcase their wares for other franchises.
Yeah, not a good delivery from Husnain. Bukhari is beginning to bowl with his tails up. And nothing beats when you've got the confidence of taking a wicket a few balls ago. And all of a sudden everything is clicking. And look at that, 3-dot balls after a ball with a W. That's a wicket ball.
Of course, we've seen a maiden in this tournament. Can we see a wicket maiden? We haven't seen a wicket maiden, so we're on the way. Ooh, lot of peel and no, a dot.
Very good ball.
Very good ball, very good ball.
And he has Khyber Wali in all sorts of trouble. When the batsman's feet is not moving,
They're
it's
anchored
dangerous.
they're anchored in cement. Now he needs to bowl a dot here. Let's get that wicket maiden. Come on, we need that wicket maiden against the big team. No, it's not going to happen. Yes, he'll have been going home sleeping in his clothes. Say, I bowl a wicket maiden against the red hot LA Lions. Well, end of a successful over, 126 for the loss of some 4 wickets. So just 1 run coming from that over. I think the best over of the tournament.
Yep. So the action will continue. We've got 6 overs remaining. It's 126 for 4. We talked about the Lions, 227 in one game, 193 in another game, and 161. Can you imagine that in 3 games their lowest score is 161?
That's what I'm saying. I think
2 of these matches are against top-level contenders in this series, the Yorkers team and Rizwan's team, Rizwan Chima team.
Yes, the catchers, Chicago catchers. And right now, Mohamed Asif, the skipper, is having them in a chokehold here right now, I can say. if they can just keep it under, say, 160, they should be able to give him an upset.
So the action continues. Kaibawali, who has struggled in the previous over against Hussein Bukhari, gives up the strike to Saidib Ganesh. The action continues. So Maz Koram, let's see what Maz has done so far. 2 overs, no made, none for 12. Coming into this one, he's given up 1. And we come down to the remaining 35 balls. Run a ball will give them 160 plus. But I want to ask you something, Ivor Henry. If as a bowling unit, you can restrict this team to 160, have you done your work with this powerful team?
Yes. Yes.
The other
indeed.
question, can you make it?
We'll have to
Wait
sit
and see.
and wait and see.
Well, the question had 2 parts, so I needed to bring that in. Kaibawali on strike. And Koram testing the deck. Pulled away into the onside, but can't score big.
See, this ball is getting up. Oop, overthrows, no. So from the deep, hit timber, lights. And you see, once you're able to hook and pull, that means you're playing on a good deck.
Yeah, the batters have come in here. They probably might have seen a little bit of the previous game. Typically, when you've got your fixture to come, you always go to the park maybe an hour early, so you get a chance. Wise men will come to the park and watch and see what the pitch does, even
Exactly.
before they start to play.
Exactly.
Although, slashing shot into the offside, running up towards the backward point boundary. Fielders in pursuit. And they pick up a couple of runs. Good shot from Saidib Ganesh.
3 men running after 1 ball. It's picked up by the short third man. He got there first. That's what you call team effort. May have gone and have to relay to you or what have you. They never gave up on the chase. They want to beat this team, I can tell. We had a drop catch from the skipper and a near drop catch off the skipper. So then it was null and void. The skipper can't say anything. Yes. One
Yeah.
went straight in and out. So, and the team meeting, he's not going to say, you made an effort. Yours dropped in front of you. He said, but yours came straight in your hand, skipper.
Yeah, that is why sometimes you've got to swallow your own pride. As be careful how hard you go on your fellow guy, because the next ball.
Exactly. Because he stayed him down and he stood there like, you should have taken that. And then 4 overs later, in and out.
So we've seen a good over here from Maz Koram. He's gone for 6. And ball turned away nicely by Kaibawali.
Good looking stroke just for 1 though.
And so that will complete the 15th over. So 15 gone, it's 133 for 4.
I'm very impressed with the ground feeling throughout the tournament. And we have seen some really, really good catching as well. And seen some, well, of course, we've seen some lovely batting. You're not making over 100 and not seeing good batting. We haven't seen a 50. Top score so far has been 43 in this inning. And that's why I think the LA Lions seem as if they're struggling a little bit. They're wobbling in the middle a little bit. But they have good bowling. They've been bowling out teams for under 100. Matter of fact, they've been bowling out teams.
So the bowling card so far, we've seen a couple of wickets from Samiullah Jawad.
Yeah, he got 2.
Yeah, he picked up 2. Bukhari with 1. Asif with 1. And so Hussein Bukhari will finish up here 1 for 15 so far. He's bowled 3 already. And when you take into context that the team is going 9 runs and over, and you've got a bowler who's bowled 5 runs and over, he's really stood out among the rest today.
And with a 1 wicket to go with that, standout bowler, of course. But this last one has got to come good. He's bowling it early though.
Well, he gets a chance to bowl to Khyber Wali, who's been quite passive. And look at that. Not enough strength on the ball. And he hands the strike over to Saidib Ganesh. We come down to 29 balls remaining.
Well, the projected score of, what would you say? I'm still sticking to the 160, below 160.
Yeah, my scoring app is telling me 173. 167, 173. Let's see.
Yeah, I think they're gonna hold them. They're gonna hold them to 160 and give themselves a fighting chance.
Yeah, Saidib Ganesh has been there for some time. He's gonna be a man that can't take for granted. He can play some big shots. But Bukhari is really bowled well. He will finish up here. Couple of balls in this over. And look at that. We'll have to wait and see. If there's no signal from the umpire, it may have ballooned.
Yeah, it's a drop chance. It was too close to cut. But you don't really take those. They have to stick. Because he was cutting. It was not, he came off the edge, yes, but from a cut shot. So a chance went to Beggin. No slip to take the rebound.
So he got him over the keeper's head. That's the area batters in this modern game has been targeting. And look at that, they come back for three. Not too many threes you'll see in this tournament. Well, that's one.
That's one, yes. That's about the third one in this tournament. And without overthrows.
So Bukhari will finish up here. 1 for 21. Very good bowling performance from him. He's got a couple of balls. Khyber Wali on strike. He's bowled 1 for 21 so far. Oh, I should have done a lot more with a delivery like that. In fact, might have lost his stump. So we'll wait and see. The fielding team is celebrating. The batters is asking what happened. And he's been sent packing.
Well, final delivery or just one more to go, right? So he has got 2 for 21. Just 6 runs coming from this over. You said it. He started with 5 runs and over. Went 1 better, but he got a wicket. Okay, let's see what's happening here now. Yes, off the pads and into the stump. Bowled, out bowled.
A lot of stuff happened here. hit the front leg hit the back leg, and then the ball hits the stumps. A lot of hits here.
A lot of hits, yes. Hit front leg, hit back leg, hit wicket. But you know which hit mattered?
The last.
The last one. Well, they're halfway down. 5 is down. 139 for 5. You asked for it, you got it. They're exposing. The number 7 batter is coming in maybe for the first time in the tournament.
I got to tell you, they have done well to restrict this team to 139. Bearing in mind, they were batting at 91 for 2, 124 for 3. Now they're 139 for 5. So the DC Eagles are put them into a bind as Parrot Carr comes to the middle. But you get the feeling, we'll have to wait and see how much batting does the Eagle possess. I know Trevon Griffith, his name was in the roster, but he's not here. And so we'll have to wait and see who are the big batters here for the DC Eagles.
Well, DC Eagles is on a high. They won their last match, and you know the saying, you're as good as your last match. Both teams won their last match, as a matter of fact, but I know they're going to be on a high.
So Bukhari will finish up his spell, and he has been really good today. He finishes up 2 for 22 off his 4. And that's good bowling from Hussein Bukhari. Well bowled.
Yeah, all the 2s on the board for him. I was wondering if he came back a bit too early, though, because we still have another 4 overs to go. But only time will tell, because he bowled at 5 runs and over after his 3rd over. And I was wondering, is he coming back a bit too early? Because some bowlers want to get out of the way before the charge starts any time after now. So he has gotten his out the way. Good bowling figures, 140 for 5.
So it looks like Rafai Safdar, the left arm spinner, will get the 17. Abhishek Paradkar, US national. Left arm seamer, you've seen him bowl. Paradkar, very handy with the bat, so he comes in here with 24 balls remaining. And Rafai Safdar given the ball none for 21 in 2 overs for him, and so he comes in here to the left-hander. And ball stroked into the offside, and play has begun here in the 17th.
Yeah, well, he's spot on. No wides, just keeping it within the playing area, just the single. That's a good thing. You're going to try to really, really restrict them. If they can, like I said, if they can get them, certainly they're going to get them under 200 because this is a high-scoring team. So they need a little shaking up. Saturday is the big day, 20th. I had it all wrong for the past 3 days. I'm saying Sunday the 20th. Man, I'm of old habit, man. The finals on a Sunday.
So a couple of good balls here from Rafai Safdar. And that projection has gone down for me to 167, Ivor Henry. We talked about their lowest score in 3 games. All that they have won was 161.
And I'm saying they're going to keep him around that mark unless somebody cut loose.
Yeah, ball worked into the onside from Paradkar, running quickly as if they want a couple of runs. Fielder gets onto the ball quickly. And so it looks like Mohammad Asif will not bowl that final over because he's been out for 3 overs now, and the game only has two and a half overs. The game only has 3 overs left. So, and he's there, by the way, look.
He's still off the field.
Yeah, so when the...
I don't think he's going to go back on. I saw him when he walked out about 4 overs ago. I thought he went onto the field. I saw when he came probably from the bathroom.
Oh, that's a good strike. We'll only get a single at this stage of the game. A more spread field. And what's the field restriction rule, Ivor Henry, when it comes down to how many can you have out?
Well, after the first 6 overs, no more than 5 fielders can be outside. So you're asking me because they can have none if they want. But all I know, they can have no more than 5. So good question. It's a trick question. You ask me how much can they have out?
So ball worked into the onside. Couple of runs there from Paradkar. Still a very good over here from Rafai Safdar. He's only given up 6 with a 1 ball to come. Bowling to Abhishek Paradkar, a man who plays at the US national level as a left-arm seamer. Pretty handy with the bat. Will come in facing Rafai Safdar. Oh, eludes the keeper. We'll wait for the call. But it crosses the rope and gone away for 4. 4 what? 4 runs. So runs off the bat of Abhishek Paradkar. 17 gone. The 150 comes up.
Yes, well, it's certainly gonna go past the 160. I'm thinking that from this stage. Pitching outside the leg stump. Put his hands in the heavens and saying, oh my word, I thought I'd got you. There was no fine leg. And all of a sudden, a boundary off the last delivery. Was doing really good, building poles, just the 2 from the 5th, but then a 4. Spoiled everything in the end.
So 150 on the board. The 100 came up in the 10th over. The 150 comes up in the 17th. And irrespective of how the other 3 overs go, we already know they'll probably get another 15, 20 runs. So maybe 170 on the card. But that will begin to tell you that this Lions team is no joke when they bat first.
Well, we haven't seen them chase as well, but as yet. But I think they're good enough to chase down anything.
So Jawad, what a shot over the keeper's head. No one feels there. And the keeper will not only have to give chase, but he'll have to retrieve. Gone for 4.
Yep, cheeky. 2020, anything goes. You don't have to always go bang, bang. We'll have a look. See?
Yeah, lovely shot from Saidip Ganesh.
Well calculated.
Yeah, that's what the modern batters have. They have scouted out the areas in which no one is fielding. And over the keeper's head. That has been a very vast area to work with. But the thing is, you've got to have the skill and the talent to get the ball over the keeper's head, and the ramps and the scoops. That's what they're used for. Jawad will come into bowl to Saidip Ganesh. Ganesh into the onside, runs the first run fast. Bharat, they say no.
And you have got to look, you have got to see. That's why we have MAQ TV, where you can look and see all this and enjoy your cricket. Cricket is not just all about runs and wickets. Good fielding, good catching.
Yeah, they say a lot of times the bowling unit relies so much on a good fielding side to make them look good.
Exactly.
Jawad runs in. Bharat down the leg side, called a wide.
Yes, that's what the left-right-hand combination would do to you. Would have been a nice pitch of a delivery to the right-hander. But this time he forgot. Was bowling to the left-handed batter.
Yeah, in the final game, the day and night game coming up, we'll talk about some innovations and some new rules with regards to the ball going down the leg side, as it relates to the many marks or the additional marks, those blue marks that you see on the cricket pitch. We'll talk about that in maybe the night game. And ball cut away into the offside. This over's gone pretty well for Jawad. He's been quite steady. And now as we come down to 15 balls remaining, DC Eagles, they'll have to think about their reply, knowing that probably it's a 170 on the card for sure.
Yeah, well, they have to think that they can make it. They won their last game chasing, so they should be able to do that. Then again, the law of average is saying that the LA Lions are due to lose a game. Which one will it be? Semi-finals or the finals?
Oh, flicked away, making good room outside the off stump. Does well. That ball was going straight onto the stumps. And that's a man who's been there for 33 balls, Ivor Henry. That's when they say in the Caribbean, you see the ball as big as a breadfruit.
Yes, well, he has equaled the top scorer, 43 there. His bowler, who made the 43? His bowler, right?
Yeah, we saw, and actually, for Arabzai. Suleiman Arabzai.
Yes, Suleiman, yes.
Ball tugged into the onside and waiting for the bounce. Not a single, 9 off this over.
Good running, good heads-up running. You have to get it in there. You have to get the ball up, get it in there. They call it steal a base in baseball, and we're calling it stealing a run in cricket. Well, there goes the 160. I predicted they were not going to make less than 160. There is the 160, and then some. I think you're going to get your 175.
Yeah, the crowds watching the game, all decked out with their uniforms there, Ivor Henry. And they've came here on a beautiful afternoon in Broward County International Stadium, taking on the pad, asking a question. You gotta be kidding me. Down the leg side, leg by. And that will complete the 18th over, 161 for 5.
So 161 for 5, and like it said, we would have seen the middle order exposed. Number 7 batter is there. We have Saidip. He is on 43. I thought he would have scored a 1. No, he didn't. Still on equal with the top score with Suleiman. Suleiman has batted beautifully throughout the tournament. You should have seen the 100. He was all class. All class. Not to be outdone, his bowler made sure that he got in on the act as well. Right after that, He looked the part today too, but his bowler would have gone for what, 32? That seemed like a long time ago.
So Rafai Safdar will finish up here. 3 overs, no maiden, none for 31. So he will bowl out. The left arm spin hammer down the ground. It's going to be a long chase here from long off. Not fast enough. The ball wins. Goes away for 4.
He should have put out his big size 14 there. I guess he's trying to save his shoes for tomorrow. Or trying to save the big toe. But it was a good shot. Bowler thought of putting out his big size 12. It's a good looking shot, Lenny.
So 11 balls remaining. They're batting at 165. And for sure, 161 will remain their lowest score so far. Still more games to come for the Lions. And Lions, like anything else, Ivor Henry, they've played a game more than anyone else. So I think maybe one of these days will be their rest day. Might be tomorrow or nobody rest. I think one of these...
No, this is their 4th game, right?
Yeah, but I think
No, where you going, buddy? He asks you to stay. Hold on. The bowler is on it. We have seen so many run-outs. I wish there was a way we can check those run-outs, but a lot of run-outs. Samit has been run out twice. She's making it a habit.
it's a ball into the onside from Saeed. And he picks up a couple of runs. I thought Nicholas Pink, from one of those teams, he was run out twice also.
Oh, okay. Was not aware of that twice. I know for sure Samit, he got run out twice.
So 8 balls remaining. It's 168. Ganesh on 45. And we saw Ganesh already with a big score in this series, a 71 in one of the game. And it comes down to 1 over and 1 ball. That's 7 balls. Paratkar will be the man on strike. Rafai has given up 8 in the over so far. And so he will finish up here, 1 none for 39 in 3.5. And so we'll wait and see how his figures ends up. Runs here, they'll get 1 at least. Fielder comes in, charges the ball. That's good fielding, picks up cleanly. And so that will complete the spell of Rafai Safdar. None for 40 in his 4. It's 170 for 5 and 19.
Yeah, he started this over going at 10 and over. He was true to form. He ended at 10 and over. Yep, 170 for 5.
In the heart of Lauder Hill, Florida, where palm trees sway and dreams take flight, stands an arena of champions, Broward County Stadium. Home to electrifying cricket battles on American soil, this is where passion meets precision, and every ball tells a story. With world-class facilities, a global fan base, and a pitch built for drama, this stadium is more than a venue. It's a battlefield for glory. This December, the world returns. All roads lead to the Broward County Stadium for the 17th edition of the U.S. Open Cricket. Are you ready to witness cricket history? Be there or stream it live on MAQ TV.
So ball hammered into the offside. Welcome back. 171 for 4 here, Ivor Henry. And the score pushes beyond 170 as we were talking about projections.
Yeah, that's a tall order. I am going to wonder. I'm just going to wonder. Because you asked me the question earlier and I said we'll watch and we'll wait. We shall see if the Eagles can soar and fly above the Lions.
So Mas Karam Oh, down the leg side, fielder, keeper. Having a dive, came off of the batter, the glove.
Yeah, it was a chance. Probably came off the glove. Keeper was diving down the leg side and trying to poach it, but he just knocked it down.
So Mas Karam will finish up here, none for 21 for him. And so it's that time when 4 balls remaining in the innings. They've thrown the ball to Mas Karam and he runs in now to bowl to Abhishek Paratkar. Playing a miss. Ganesh at the other end is hanging on close to a half century.
But he's off strike, so half century doesn't matter now. They're going to try to get as many as they can. So Abhishek has got to wheel the willow. He's doing more running down the track. Just got a chance in the previous delivery. A chance, not from him, but from Saideep. But he's still eager and getting back up there to get to that half century. Half century is a half century. This is the big stage. Biggest domestic tournament in America.
So ball pulled away into the onside. Fielder will come around. And the ball goes through him, crosses the rope. And that's another boundary.
Can't believe it. Hands on hip and saying, I can't believe it. I did all the hard work getting around there. Right in front of the curators and ground staff. I guess they must have shouted him off and scared him or something.
So 6 off this over so far. A couple of balls remaining. Paratkar and strike. And we'll have to wait and see if Saideep Ganesh, well, Saideep Ganesh needs 3 to get a half century, and he has got 1 ball to work with.
Well, we've seen the 3 already in this inning, so he'll have to work hard to get this 3. So he might as well make up his mind to go for 4 and get himself to 51. That's the first. Second, he can go 2 better and get himself to 53.
So final ball, Ganesh needs 3. He has already scored a half century in this tournament, got a 71. And now he's hanging on to 47. Here is the final ball. Mas Karam goes to his mark and starts to move in. Final ball, 177, 47 to Ganesh. Ganesh is looking to go big. Big appeal. And it will end with a leg by, I think. So there we go. The leg by ends at 178 for 5.
Well, good inning, good comeback. We saw the middle order exposed and they delivered 178, which means that they would have gone past their lowest score of the tournament, 178. And when we come back, 179 would be the target score. So the best batter here was 47 not out, goes to Ganesh. We had good innings here also from Suleiman and Hezbollah, with a 20 coming in here from Isaac. The bowling column, we had 2 2-wicket haul here. Hussein, he got 2 for 22 from his 4. Samula, he got 2 for 42 from his 4. And just the lone wicket up top for the skipper, Mohammed Asif. So we're back for the one chase. Don't you dare go away. The Lions versus the Eagles. Eagles have to chase 179 for the win.
So welcome back for the chase. 179 needed from 120 balls. We'll pick up the two batters out in the middle. Hussein Bukhari, we saw him bowled well. And so he comes out with Anwar Ahmad. And so welcome back, Ivor Henry. 179 is the target.
Yes, and we're going to be in for an enthralling one chase, I would imagine. With the DC Eagles winning their last match yesterday, I think they're going to be flying and floating on a high, I would imagine. So I'm not going to put it past them.
So we are all set. Anwar Ahmad will be the man on strike. Abdullah Adil has been given the ball, and here we go, folks. First ball, 179 is the target. Yeah, good pace, stroked away through the offside. A little bit of interception, but a good start from Anwar Ahmad, and they're off and running 2 runs.
Good stroke, nice, pleasing on the eyes. Stroke going just to the right of cover. He knocked it down and saved his team 2 runs. So it's a tall order, but they can get there. It'll have to be the highest chase for them if they get there in the tournament. But now is the time for them to peak if they want to get on center stage on Saturday.
So Bukhari is the man on strike with a couple of runs. Our apologies for that, not Anwar Ahmad. Anwar Ahmad is at the other end. Abdullah Adil, the captain of the Lions team, and so far he has to be pleased with the way Lions have gone in this series.
Of course, cannot fault his players in any way, shape, or fashion. They've delivered.
A slashing shot through the offside. Hussein Bukhari, and he picks up a classical 4.
And coming to our microphones here, you can hear the applause. That was a beautiful shot. Again, he didn't go aerial. It was a worm. Beautiful shot.
Now we have seen some lovely cover drives, not only from, well, we're watching one from Hussein Bukhari, but we saw quite a few from the LA Lions. Even in the previous game, we'd say we saw some lovely shots. And that's one of the things. Cricket will always be cricket. No matter what the format is, you're going to see some classic cover drives from time to time.
Yes, and that's not to be picking on the West Indies, but sometimes they feel they can just go boundary hunting. You can play proper cricket shots and get your boundary instead of all this hoiking in the air getting caught on the boundary. So many of them caught on the boundary. Play. You can play through the gaps. Be a Brian Lara.
Oh, lovely shot. Pick up and pull over the offside. Bang, it hits the fence and gone for a maximum.
There you go. This is a good pickup shot. And with these bats, I'm telling you, you miss your length by a fraction and you are gone. They know it's a tall order. They're going to make good use of this, the power play. And with the shadows lengthening here, they know they're going to be on the lights. And some players say they prefer to play on the lights. You get the ball coming on to you even better. And the fielding team sometimes have difficulty looking up into the lights. So this is a day-night match.
So they've gone quickly up to 12. Good comeback delivery into the offside. Good bit of fielding, good backing up.
Yeah, we have seen so many runouts, especially from direct hits. So these guys have to be mindful of that. These cricketers are informed in pegging those sticks, and who wants to be run out? Well, I can tell you one person, Samit. He has been run out twice in 3 innings. And you said there was another.
Yeah, one of the things without a review system. Oh, wrapped on the pad, all in a tangle, and he's asking, continue to ask. Javed says going down leg.
Of course, and hit him high too. We'll have a look, but that hit him high on the thigh, perhaps going down leg. He's lucky. Yes.
Yeah, big appeal from Abdullah Adil.
Well, see, that's a sign of defeat right there. You see, imagine I had to beg the umpire, you should go bold, knock him over, said, umpire, I need no help from you. Here is the Yorker. What a wonderful inning we saw earlier this morning from Anderson in a winning cause.
Yeah, pulled that game, as they say, from the jaws of death.
Yes, pull a rabbit out of the hat. It was a good win. And it was a good game. Very good game. At the end of over number 1, what a start. 13 for no loss. So 2 classical shots in that over, a 4 and a 6. So they're on the way. Finished good though with a dot, and then 1, the bowler, that is. One in which we would have asked for an LBW decision. That was turned down. And that's the skipper.
So 13 off the first over, at a time in which they're required or asked to get about 9, so they've done way better than 9.
Yes, I have to keep this up though. They can't falter with only 2 men outside of the 30-yard circle. They're going to need the side screen to push going west. So I like exciting games. I like close games. These games that are you're gonna run over somebody's shoes down there. Well, just about an inch away.
So the action will continue. It looks like Yusuf Zazai has been given the ball. And Ivor Henry, this bowler here, Yusuf Zazai, has picked up 2 4-wicket haul. 4 for 15 and then 4 for 18. So keep an eye on him.
Yeah, he's one of them. I say I don't want him to be my Santa Claus. He gives away nothing. You must have heard me say that before. Ooh, runs here. Would have missed it. It's going to be all 4 of them. 4 byes. Was it?
Yeah, it might have.
Was it? No. The batter is saying something here to him. Is it byes or runs?
Well, he signaled byes and there's no cancellation, so that still stays. I think probably the batter was asking for wide.
For wide. Yeah, he's asking for wide. But no. I think it's a good call by the umpire. Trust me, because he went through those. See those 2 blow lines next to the sticks? He passed right there. If the batter had not moved, it would have hit him.
Yeah, we'll talk about that blue line story.
But that's a good call. That's a good call by umpire Moshed. He's on top of his game. Well done.
So Yusuf will continue. We'll come into bowl to Bukhari. Bukhari is off to a good start. Oh, look at that. That's another commanding shot. Pick up a goal. And it's gone a far way. Deposit out of the playing area. Gone for 6.
My word, that's a good shot. I'm telling you, it was not a bad delivery. Just about touching down center and leg, but it was rising. And that end, I'm telling you, see, it's bouncing. There's no lowness in that pitch. Look at that. Bang! Over the cow corner for 6. They're going to go after these runs, and they're going to try to get as many as they can in the first 6.
Yeah, we have seen Bukhari. He's been out on the field for 20 overs, so he has a good gauge of how the wicket bounces. And that's a lovely shot, pulling off the front foot. Here is Yusuf Zazai, and that's a good comeback delivery.
Yes, up in the block hole, he knocked it down himself. Like I said, the batters are trusting the bounce, and that's good for cricket, because that ball was not a bad delivery, like I said, but with one good swing of the arm, he got all of it in the middle, in the sweet part of the bat, and away she went for 6.
Yeah, a lot of time when you watch these games, sometimes the higher the level, the slimmer the margin of making mistakes. So when a lot of times, sometimes you look at the international level and you see a ball just fraction short, and you'll see a Virat Kohli, you'll see a Rohit Sharma. They will play these shots with such an ease in the world. That is why, at the higher you go, the slimmer the chances of how much you can air, how much you can bowl short. Here is Zazai. And Bukhari into the onside, can't score.
Yeah, trying to go after him again, this time picking out the fielder though. So let's check for the boundary riders. We have the cover sweeper and third man. So it's Naughty going into the leg side, give him anything to tug. He's going to tug into the onside. And playing against the wind at that. That was a powerful hit for the 6.
Yeah, having said all the field placement there, Ivor Henry, when you hit a 6, it takes all that formality out. And we have seen a couple of 6s already off the bat of Bukhari. He's the man on strike. Ah, big shout! Big shout! He's gone!
Sent him this time.
So Bukhari falls. It's 23 for 1.
Yes, he was aiming for that cow corner area again. Hit him on the right pad, and umpire said he would have knocked the off stump out of the ground. The batter think he was struck a bit high. We'll have a look. I think he was going up, but he was crouching. He was crouching. I thought the ball would have gone into the sticks. Judgmental call. He was aiming for that area into where he got that beautiful 6 a while ago. So first wicket goes with the score on 23 for the loss of 1 wicket into over number 2. He was a good shout, nonetheless. He was a good shout and found favor with the umpire. The doctor said you have to go. You just have to go.
So it looks like Golzar has come to the middle. We'll wait for the scoring update. But Yusuf Zazai, we talked about 2 4-wicket haul for him. He's started with 1 already.
Yes, well, you have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So he starts at 1. For him to have gotten 4, where did he start? Maybe you can help me. My math is not too good. He got a 4-wicket haul. How did he get to 4? Did he start at 2 or 1? Start at 1. Thank you, sir. I'm going to mark that down.
So Zazai will continue. He's picked up 1, taken out Bukhari. And the interesting thing, Ivor Henry, the man at the non-striker end, is yet to face a ball.
Yeah, so he did all the heavy lifting. The 23, he did the scoring, aided by, you know, extras, some buys. Bowled him, knocked him over.
So Zazai is on a roll. We talked about 2 4-wicket hauls. He's gotten 2 in the bag, 2 for 6.
And when he comes back in his second over, he will be on a hat-trick. He's going to be 6 balls away from that, though. 6 legal deliveries, have enough time to think about his hat-trick. So let us see if they will remember that there is going to be a hat-trick ball. Yeah, he was saying, I thought that ball would have hit me a little high. First ball, knocked him over. So he's 2 in 2. He's a wicket taker. I'm sure that he has perhaps the most wickets in the competition. I would, if I was a betting man, I'll bet that. For you to have 2 4-wicket haul, have 2 here, that's 10. We'll have to go and look and see. It's there.
So new man comes to the middle, looks like Taimur Khan. And they're batting at 23 for the loss of 2. Ivor Henry makes mention that Yusuf Zazai will be on a hat-trick when play resumes or when he bowls his next over. And what if he doesn't play until next year?
Well, it's gone for naught.
Does a hat-trick expire?
Yes, it does. It expires right at the end of this match.
So here is Abdullah Adil. The ball defended here by Anwar Ahmed. So he faces his first ball into the offside. And all of a sudden it's 23 for the loss of 2. Lions on top again. As Taimur Khan has come to the middle. And pressure straight away from this DC Eagles team. You look at their record, they've played a couple of games, they've won one, they've lost one. And so thereby, they're on 2 points on the table so far. Ball outside the off stump, so pressure straight away on the DC Eagles.
Yes, that ball touching down outside the off stump, still going further away from the batter, taken by the keeper. Precious dot goes into the scorer's book. Still looking for the boundary rider. Let's see, there's third man and deep backward square leg. So things have quieted down a whole lot. Just 22 runs coming from the one batter. He's long gone in the last over.
Yeah, inside those lines, inside between bat and pad. So not called a wide.
No, it did not pass behind him. He made sure the ball passed in front of him. That's good bowling. He's following the batter.
So pressure on the Eagles. We thought at one point they did well to restrict a big Lions team to 173. But you look at what has happened. Anwar Ahmed is the man on strike, yet to get off the mark. But we've seen the fall of Bukhari and we've seen the fall of Gulzar Kamar. So a couple of wickets fall and the bowling continues to be good from the captain, Abdullah Adil.
Yes, just want to say a big hello here to Junaid Ahmed. He came by last year in the box. So just got a message here from him. Say he's listening, good job. But this was Saturday. When he said he was listening, I'm now seeing his message. So Junaid, take it all in. Wish you were here as well. The wind is picking up here some. Lenny?
Yeah, it's been a windy day. You can see the fluttering of the flags. All kinds of flags around here. The more prominent one displaying the tournament title name, the US Open Premier League. This has been a very good over so far from Abdullah Adil. He's bowled 5 dot balls. He's bowled to Anwar Ahmed. We talked about Anwar Ahmed had not faced a ball in 2 overs. But when he has, he's played 5 dot balls. So certainly not a good batting day for him.
Yeah, well, will we see another maiden here? Seen one in the tournament so far. Almost got a wicket maiden in the first inning of this match. It was a wicket for 1-1.
So Abdullah Adil, and he delivers a maiden over. And so your second maiden of the tournament, Ivor Henry.
Yes.
And it comes off the shoulder of Abdullah Adil.
Oh, precious golden dot balls. When you're in the one chase trying to get to 179, and you would have sucked up 6 deliveries on the trot, and then we're going to make it. How many deliveries on the trot we're going to make it? Guess? 6 from here, 2 from the last 2 balls. So we have 8 in a row. Are we going to see the hat trick? Are we going to see the hat trick? I'm saying it easy.
Actually, we have 10. The last 4 was dot, 2 wickets.
So the last 10 deliveries has been done. So we are following the cricket here, folks. We keep you up to date. We bring every little detail to keep you interested. Don't you dare shut your ears down. You may blink a bit. Yes, the batter was not too pleased with that. You don't have a review for that. We're sorry about that. And he bowled him, knocked him over. So hat-trick ball.
So hat-trick ball. Yusuf Zazai with a couple of 4 wickets haul already in the season will come into bowl to Taimur Khan. And here is the hat-trick ball. 2 wickets in the last over. Oh, good delivery. He does well to keep that one out. Hat-trick averted.
Yes, yes, he was headed to those timbers. Yorker, he came down on it just in the nick of time. He was really trying for that Yorker. Good delivery. But finally, a run off the 11th delivery in a row. Wow.
Yeah, this has been a precious situation for this team. And we focus on their batting. But their bowling unit seems to be a formidable one, Ivor Henry. And so don't be fooled that if their batting doesn't live up to a day's expectation, their bowlers can't come to the fore. As Zazai runs into ball to Anwar Ahmed. And Ahmed finally gets off the mark, having faced 7 balls.
No, it'll be hard folly for anyone to think that they're not making inroads when they're bowling. Their very first match, they knocked over the defending champions for 93 in 16 point something over there. 93 runs, so they didn't even bowl the 17 overs. So don't think that they're not going to take wickets.
So Taimur Akbar Khan comes back into strike. And we've seen another strong performance here from the Lions. This is going to be the team to beat, and strong batting lineup, and even their bowling beginning to show that. Oh, that's a lovely strike. Straight down the ground from Taimur Akbar Khan. Gone away for 4.
All class, all class. Straight back past the bowler. No one can feel behind the bowler's arm. And it was all class. As a matter of fact, yes, they were bowled out for 93 from 16.5 overs when they won by 68 runs. Yep, so that was the first match. So they're in the wicket column. They're in the runs column. They know how to knock teams over. And I'm sure they're going to try to see if they can get all of the 10 wickets here in this match. It's 29 for 2. They have 2 of them. Came back to back.
So Yusuf Zazai will continue. We've seen a lovely shot from Taimur Khan. And look at that. Consecutive boundaries from Taimur Khan. And 8 in 2 balls.
So 1 on the off, 1 on the on. So he's showing you that he can straight drive and he can back drive. And he's shown his ways already, showing no respect for the man who was on a hat trick. But you know who was in the spot of bother? His non-striker. His batting partner.
Yeah, would have been a case of friendly fire. So the lights have come on here at Central Broward Stadium. And by the way, we've still got another game to go, and that's the day and night game. And that will see the New York team. They will come up against Chicago. So New York and Chicago will play next. Christopher Barnwell and his men will come up against Rizwan Chima and his men.
And Rizwan Chima would remember he's not out on 100 exactly in a winning cause, in a winning chase.
Oh, lofted over the offside. Intentional from Taimur Khan. And that's 3 consecutive 4s. He is on fire.
Yes, indeed. So they're all glorious. This time he's going scrape the wicket on the offside and getting a well-earned 4. So he's gone to 13. And those 13 include 3 boundaries.
Yeah, it's lovely, as we have seen here, from a man who's on a hat-trick. We talked about how well he's bowled in this tournament. But tell that to Taimur Khan, and he'll tell you, well, I've struck him for 3 4s. He has given away 14 in the over, and I'm still facing 1 more ball.
But he's going to go round the sticks.
So will come in, Yusuf Zazai will come into bowl to Taimur Khan. Final ball. Oh, a short ball.
What a delivery. Pacey, my word. That's the quickest ball of the day, I would reckon. Bowled out with some vengeance. Got over the sticks, I'm telling you. He was like, oh my word. You hit me for 3 boundaries in this over. I'm coming at you, pal. Well, looking at cricket, lovely cricket, the 17th edition of this US Open tournament. It's being played right here at the Broward County Stadium in the beautiful city of Lauderhill, in the county of Broward, in the state of Florida, and in the country of the United States of America. Can you say all of that in one breath?
So the action continues. Abdullah Adil, he's really led well. And he comes into Anwar Ahmed. He struggled today. Tucked away. And we'll only pick up 1, but you get the sense that the Lions again putting teams under pressure. When they're batting, they put you under pressure. And now their bowling has really come on, 38 for 2.
Yeah, we're into over number 5. They've worked their way from just 2 batters. Imagine that. I mean, they worked their way to 38, but just 2 batters would have really got them there.
Yeah, we saw Hossein Bukhari got off to a quick start. Might have been undone by a ball that probably was on the rise when he was struck. And 38 for 2, one of those decisions, perhaps you can say, if reviewed. He has spliced the gap, and that's a lovely cover drive. And look at that, hits the rope, and that's fantastic, gone for 4.
Glorious shot. Oh, glorious. I'm telling you, I'm nothing like a cover-driven shot. It was a worm. It went through the pipe. Beautiful.
So a lovely shot. Attempted pull by Timur Akbar Khan. And we talked about how true this pitch has played, Ivor Henry.
Yes.
And that is why you will probably notice that batters are inclined to even pull off the front foot.
Like I said, pitch is good for cricket. Giving something for the bowlers. You can see a bowler here was on a hat trick. So there's something for the bowlers, and we can see
Yeah, playing a miss, ball not carrying through to the keeper. And so a lot of times, and the other thing about pitches, what you need to know as we have seen the evolution of T20 cricket, is that bowlers are beginning to find ways to bowl ball that certainly skid with no bounce. And that's not the curator's fault. Those are skilled bowlers are developing.
Exactly.
You look at Bravo, for example. He has some balls that, even at the best of pitches, may just be about the knee roll. Ball into the offside and can't score.
Yep, so I'll continue with my good bowling. Like we said, almost a hat-trick here. It was 2 and 2. And then we look at the batting of Anderson this morning. So good cricket all around.
I got to tell you that Anderson innings, when we were probably calling the game, I've got to admit, I probably might have said on comm twice that rollers are ahead in this game.
Yes,
Only to that big innings from Anderson, and sometimes, as commentators, you can't call it too early.
That's right.
Yeah, tugged inside edge, running up towards the boundary. Fielder does well to keep that to just a single. That's good fielding.
That's good fielding. Really putting his body on the line there. These young kids, like it said, they're on the big screen and the big TV, so the scouts are looking. This is a launching pad, so make sure you put your best out where you never know where this tournament will take you. Look where it would have taken Ali Khan. Took him into Trinidad with the Knight Riders when an opening made itself available. And after that, the rest was history. As a matter of fact, he had a birthday a few days ago, all of 35, Ali Khan. Had him here on Combox. And he was telling us about some of his exploits. One time in the CPL, he was the leading wicket taker, coming right off of this platform. Now he says he lives in Texas. He came out of Ohio. There's the lights.
Yeah, the lights are on. So no bad light here. We've got one more game to go. New York will take on Chicago. And we talked about Christopher Barnwell, a team that includes quite a few West Indian. And they'll come up against the team of Rizwan Chimas. You talked about the 3 Centurions so far. Two from the Lions. 1 from the Catchers.
Yes. So the Catchers catching fire, and there was a good-looking 100 from Chima, all of 10 maximum.
So Faisal Khan will come into the attack, his first bowl of this match. And will come into bowl to Timur Akbar Khan, who's been on fire. He's played a couple of good shots. He's on 18, as you can see, but with 4 fours. Oh, could be a no ball.
Yes, it is, indeed. And a free hit.
So free hit ball coming up. And I think this is the 3rd free hit we've seen in this match. And whether or not Taimur Akbar Khan can capitalize. Remember, if it goes for 6, that's full maximum on a free hit ball. If it goes for 4, probably 80%. Anything.
You'll take that still, anyhow.
A non-boundary ball benefits the bowler. And so Faisal Khan, first ball, no ball. Here's the free hit ball. Short into the pitch. It's in the air, caught, but nothing happens. They cross for 1.
So he got away with that. He was a nothing delivery, but he was going away from the batter, and he just put his bat in it to get the single. No, he couldn't get out caught officially. The ball was caught, but he was not caught.
I remember watching a junior game, and of course the reference of a junior game, because sometimes you smile but you can't criticize, is that I saw they were playing a game and it was a free hit ball, and the guy shoulder arms on the free hit ball.
Mental lapse there. Yeah, that's what it was.
So 45 for 2. They've lost Bukhari, who was looking good for 19, and then Gulzar Kamar came out and he was cleaned up for his ball.
Yep, a golden duck, as they say in cricket, a golden duck.
Song's good, but not good, eh? Oh, going down the leg side. Wide is the call from the umpire.
Yes, the shadows are lengthening, but no worries. The lights are on this beautiful stadium, so it's not going to be a bother. So
Yeah.
remember, the curtain comes on Saturday. Unusual finals for the Saturday. Had me fooled. I keep saying the 20th, and I almost think that the 20th was a Saturday. Oh my word, could you believe it?
Yeah, I was wondering myself, because I booked a flight back on Saturday night, and I'm thinking, what's on the final?
Yep.
What's on the final?
And I know they did, but I kept saying the 20th, but I just don't automatically know that finals is on a Sunday.
So ball heading down the leg side, playing a miss here from Anwar Ahmad. And he has really struggled today. Look at his production. He's faced 10 balls. He's only picked up 2. He's been there from the start. And nothing has really gone well for him. The fact is, we talked about when he was out there in the middle with Bukhari, 2 over went by and he hadn't faced a ball.
Yep.
And when he did face, that's what we have.
Yes, face dots.
Oh, look at that. Commentator's curse for the good. It's over the offside and gone for 4.
Well, he lifted it deliberately over the mid-off fielder and down to the boundary for 4. He has 2 more legal delivery left in the power play. The power play, when the LA Lions batted, they got to 67 for 1. So, can he get at least 12 more? That's the maximum he can get from legal deliveries to make it to 62. Ooh. It's going to be a wide. Call and signal there. Square leg, and now confirmation comes in from umpire Moshed.
Yeah, fast bowlers now and then need to remind the batsman that they bowl fast.
He didn't like that 4 one. Ah, boy, he's a mean fellow. He gave up a 4, and he came back with vengeance, with head hunting. Call it chin music.
Yeah, this over has gone. Couple of wides, 1 no ball. Faisal Khan has run up 8 times already. Still not over yet. He's gotten it through the backward point area. We'll only get 1. Ivor Henry is 52 on the board. We may have missed the half century when it came up.
Yes, I was about to say that, but she was in it. I left it alone.
So 9 of this over. We've seen 2 wides. We've seen a no ball. Faisal Khan. We know he's a better bowler than this. I saw him, I think, might have been on opening day. Bowled with some bit of pace, left arm seamer. They're good to have around. They add so much variety to a game that has been predominantly right-handed. Well bowled. Lovely
yes,
shot.
oh, there
Straight
we go.
as
There
you
we-
like. Down the ground, gone for 4.
I'm telling you, meat and drink. He was over pitch last ball of the power play. Made use of it, hitting it down the ground, and there she goes. Another beautiful, well-played cricket shot. Well played. 56 it is for 2. 56 for 2.
6 overs gone, 56 for 2. And folks, we were talking about Ali Khan 2 minutes ago. Ali Khan stepped into the box. Good luck. So 56 for 2 at the end of 6. Power play done and dusted. And it's gone pretty well for the DC Eagles, but still a long way to go. 123 to win still.
Yep, but we're not going to call it too early because we tried to make that mistake in the first match when we thought that the fielding team was ahead. The worm was showing us that, but the batting team, and it seemed like 2020 always, more often than not, favors the batting team. The worm is under. We saw that earlier. We saw that worm going under until it turned like a hurricane. Got up and over. Oh, look at those clouds in the back. Would come and work there. But no immediate threat of rain or anything. As a matter of fact, rain is not on the forecast. It's not on the radar for this week. But we're not going to pay any attention to that because rain was on the radar for Sunday. We didn't have a drop of rain. Started a little late because of the overnight rain. The rain came in probably the rain came on Sunday, but like Sunday 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So we had a 17 over match. All of the match was 20 overs.
So Parrot Car. Oh, the ball has struck the stumps.
And another direct hit and another one out. How many of those we've seen? Could you believe it? Another lazy running going to the non-striker's end, and there goes Timber.
So another wicket fall, this time Anwar Ahmed. And look at that, a long way.
He had no idea we were going to throw that ball because he was taking his time and getting in there. And he pegged that stump back. My word. Another run out. We have seen so many of those. So 56 it is for 3 right after the power play.
So 56 for 3. Parrot Car given the ball. We've seen a run out of his first ball. Good work by the fielder. And Wace Qureshi comes to the middle. Trouble here for the DC Eagles. Long way to go and they've lost 3.
Yeah, we just got out of the power play. You can spread the field. We are no more than 5 fielders is allowed to be outside of the 30-yard circle. You can have 4, you can have 2, you can have 1, 2, you can have none.
So Wace Qureshi comes to the middle. And they've been put under pressure. We've seen a couple of wickets by Yusuf Zazai. We've seen a run out. And here is Abhishek Paratkar, who's been part of the U.S. national team. And ball into the offside. Wace is off the mark and running another throw. But this time an overthrow, and they come back for 2.
Yes, another attempted run out at the bowler's end. They've missed and they got overthrows, at least 2 from that delivery. I think you're going to see the boundary markers be placed again. I'm sure you would have seen it when you were there. Perhaps they got wet or something, so they had to change them all. So I think they're going to put them back. They looked really good, and they saved time because a lot of balls hit into them and stay pretty close.
So play and a miss. And we're beginning to see how strong this team is, this LA Lions. We talked about their strong top order batting, and today we had a chance to see their middle. Was able to put up runs, and look at their bowling. Seems to be no let up here. Even their bowlers are beginning to bowl some really good spells.
Yep, they've gone without a loss in this tournament. This is their 4th appearance. They've won their first 3 convincingly at that.
But yeah, ball cut away into the offside, easy single, and so no threat for this LA Lions so far.
No, yes, that was nicely guided, but well fielded. Guy in the 45 on the offside, it moved to his right smartly and picked it up. But the run was always on. That's good calling from the non-striker. And the striker responded. More often than not, you just have to trust your partner. Call you for the single.
And Ivor Henry, you were here for the New York and the LA game. It was always going to be a top of the table clash between the New York Yorker and LA Lions. How did that game go? I see like the NY team was on a hectic chase at one time.
Yes. We almost had another one out there. If the bowler would have picked that up, he had all 3 stumps to aim at. But he missed out. Yes, and to get back into the conversation here with you, I just have to say it was a good match. Let's put it this way. But it seemed as if the team to beat, and I said it from day one, is the LA Lions.
So 59 for 3. Taimur Akbar Khan, he's played a good hand. Look at that, chopped into the offside. Beats the man in the inner circle. And they go through for 1. So 7 gone, 60 for the loss of 3. 60 for 3 at the end of 7.
Yeah, the wind is picking up. You can see beneath us here. It's off camera, though, that they're getting those boundary markers. And the wind is really taking them for a walk. If the wind gets any stronger, they'll be flying sooner than later. So, Lenny, you've been coming to this park here from the inception?
Well, I missed the first year in 2008 and came for everyone else every other year. But I missed the last 2 years. So no 2024, no 2023. 2023 was a lot of rain in the forecast. I had a ticket booked, but I stayed away. And then last year I was planning to come, but didn't come. Also had a ticket then. And so here am I after 2 years in 2025. But other than that, so I've ranked up in 17 years of competition, 15, in fact 14 years.
14, you've done 14. Well done. I think you're next in line.
For my medal?
Yes. Yes. So you've been around. So whatever happened to Carl?
Yeah, he's around. We do local games and stuff like that.
Yeah, you must give my regards.
Good.
He's a cool guy.
Always.
Cool dude. Yes.
So Imran Mohammadi has been given the ball, and he comes in here with a long way to go for the DC Eagles. But we can't make the same mistake twice in one day, Ivor Henry, by calling this game too early. We did that. Well, in fact, I did that.
But we are a team, so I'm going to go with you. We did that. No, that's the way we work. That's the way we work around here. Okay, so it happens sometimes. Your prediction don't always come you know, be right. 1.
So a good start from Imran. The thing is, as a bowling unit, you've got the asking rate just over 9. They're going at 8.5. So a little bit of advantage for anyone who comes in to bowl here. You've got some stuff to work with. Sometimes it's not easy to score 8 and 9 runs and over. But Wais Qureshi and Taimur Akbar Khan. Taimur Akbar Khan has really batted well. We've seen him already played some lovely shots straight, when I say straight down the ground, hitting the side screen. And he's been a treat to watch.
Yes, easy in the eyes. I like that. As much as it's 2020. 2020 came into being because they wanted to shorten the game. Of course, you're going to have some big hits because small boundaries. But you can still play proper cricket and get the desired result. Look at this one. Look at this. So it's gone all the way. Batter gave himself some room. Backing away to the leg side, picking his spots, and up and away. And there she goes for another US Open Premium Maximum.
Yeah, lovely shot. These shots are special because you go against the grain. You're hitting on the off. You're not tugging, you're not pulling, where they say a lot more strength you probably will put on the ball. So this is a lot more skill and technique. And a lovely shot from Wais Qureshi. Look at that. He's pulling into the onside this time. But can't get past the man at long on. Still asking 111 to win.
Yes, well, you know, 2020 is a batter's game. So if they have any depth in their batting, I would imagine that they will get there at some stage. Just have to hold nerves. You don't have to go bang, bang all the way. Well, I think they should have been trying to get 2. They're settled for 1 way too early.
So we've seen an over gone for 9. We've seen a maximum. Other than that, Imran Mohammadi has come back well in between that massive shot that we saw from Wais Qureshi. Final ball. And he plays it into the onside. So that will finish the 8 over. 8 gone is 70 for 3.
In the heart of Lauderhill, Florida, where palm trees sway and dreams take flight, stands an arena of champions, Broward County Stadium. Home to electrifying cricket battles on American soil, this is where passion meets precision, and every ball tells a story. With world-class facilities, a global fan base, and a pitch built for drama, this stadium is more than a venue. It's a battlefield for glory. This December, the world returns. All roads lead to the Broward County Stadium for the 17th edition of the US Open Cricket. Are you ready to witness cricket history? Be there or stream it live on MAQ TV.
So welcome back, 70 for 3. Wais Qureshi, the man on strike. Saw in the previous over, lovely shot over the offside that went for a maximum. And the cricket continues. Ivor Henry are still 109 to get. Parrot Carr continues. And this one tugged into the onside. Fielder comes in, waits for the bounce. And they pick up 1, but ball hanging in the air for some time.
Yeah, it's man was too deep. That's the longer side of the boundary. We'd have played on the western pitch, and now they moved over, and that becomes the longer side of the boundary. Boundary ropes were not pulled in, so they have to cheat it down there a little bit. They have to be mindful of these things sometimes. Shorter boundary now is on the eastern side of the ground. So let's see if he's going to do that. He's going to go back. Doesn't have to go all the way. You have added another 15 meters or so. You can come on in a little bit. A lot of real estate down there. They have to be mindful of these things.
So a couple of good balls in this over, a couple of singles. You get the feeling that LA Lions controlling this game so far. And that's one of the good things, Ivor Henry, when you've got runs to play with. Even if a couple of overs don't go too well, you've got some buffer zones to work with.
Well, 179 is the target, so they're getting very close to taking it under the 100 mark.
Yeah, playing a miss, and they've got some quality bowlers, as we have seen. We saw Yusuf Zazai. We spoke about him. Couple of big wickets haul for him. He's picked up 2 already. You look at Abhishek Paratkar, who's bowling here. He's played at the international level for the US, part of that squad these days. And I think when you look at the left-arm seaming options of the United States, Netravalka, he's up there. He's been quite experienced, and so you get the feeling that the likes of Abhishek Paratkar will have to wait his turn, because how many times you'll see a national team take 2 left-arm seamer? I mean, I always feel if they're good enough, why not?
Why not? Pick your best bowlers at all times. Forget about whether they're going left or right. If your wicket-taking bowlers are spinners, you go with them. If they're fast bowlers, go with them. That's my mantra.
So 72 for 3 here. And we've seen a good over so far from Paratkar. Look at that. Slanting across the right-hander, and that's the beauty of when the left-arm seamer bowl against right-hander.
He's worked himself in a tangle there. We have dots building up on the road. It's a hat-trick of dots at this time with 2 poles to start the over. I thought they were running beautifully between the sticks for the first 2, especially the second one that was just touched into the offside. But after that, they've sucked up dots. Have to turn those dots into single. Just keep it going.
Yeah, we've got one final game, and it's going to be a blockbuster game. New York will take on Chicago. And both teams will be looking for a win as the 9th over comes to a close here. 72 for 3. They need 107 to win.
And this is the latest score here at the Broward County Stadium. It is 73 for 3. 9 overs done and dusted. A target of 179. Well, LA Lions have not lost a match in this tournament. 3 times up, 3 times winners. Today they batted first, won the toss. They elected to bat first. They got to 178 when they turn at bat for the loss of how many wickets? 7 wickets. And right now, presently, in the 9th over, 73 for 3.
So the action will continue. It looks like Imran will continue. We'll confirm that. Might not be. But 73 on the board. They still need 106 to win this game. Timur Akbar Khan, the man on strike. Yeah, ball worked into the onside. Is scamper through for 1. And so bring Waze Qureshi back on strike.
Yeah, we're into over number 10. Say the sun is really going away from us very fast in the western side of the stand. The batsman is going big, and he's going to go all the way for yet another US Open Premium Maximum. So they're going to need a lot more where those are coming from. So 179 is the target score, so they're 100 away. So the required run rate is 9.38. It could be done. There's only 3 wickets has fallen. So could this be an upset? He's going after him again, inside out, but the cover sweeper is in the way. Just a single. Rolls over into 80 now. It's 80 for the loss of some 3 wickets. Like I said, anything under 10, it is very possible. There's a lot of wickets in the hut. 2 batters are there. The light is transitioning from, oh, this is a cut shot outside the off stump, splitting backward point, and the short third man, and down to the boundary for 4. This is a good over. It's a good over so far. 81. It's going to be 80, 85 as a matter of fact. It's stumping, they're asking the square leg, and he's sending it upstairs. There's work for the third umpire. Center stumping upstairs.
So Newman comes out to the middle. Esatula, Kale gets a single into the offside. So that will complete 10. And so Ivor Henry 10 gone. It's 85 for 4. 85 for 4 at the end of 10.
Yeah, at the halfway mark. Very interesting. That last wicket would have really, you know, put a little dent in the DC Eagles' lineup because it was really, really going good. Last week could have fallen when the score was on, what, 56. So they were building a nice little partnership. But it's not over until it's over. That's all I can say. We are on the lights. And sometimes you play better in the cool. It's nice and cool. Here, trying to get to 179 for the win. And who will be the first person to dethrone and to knock the LA Lions over? They've been red hot for 3.5 games. So the second half, let's see what it will be.
So they need 94 to win from the next 10 overs. And they've done well at the end of 10. They're up to 84 for 4. Not very far behind.
Yeah, they're in sight. I can tell you that. They're not too far off.
So Faisal Khan starts with the ball guided into the offside. Fielder does well. Looks like the Durrani kid. And things are on the way here. 85 for the loss of 4. In fact, 86 for the loss of 4 as we come down to the remaining 1 shy of 10 overs, 59 balls. Ivor Henry. This one is going to go quite interesting. We'll wait and see where this ends up.
We'll all be here to witness this, and for those of you on the TV, actually not to go anywhere. This one swatted out to the wide long on for a single.
Yeah, we've seen good bowling from the LA Lions. Faisal Khan has been part of their bowling unit. And that's the other thing with this LA team. Ivor Henry, all their players are getting chances to do things, whether bowling or batting, and that sets up a good scenarios when you come to the latter stages of the tournament. You want everybody to be part and parcel of the proceeding and the progress, so that when you get into the knockout stage, you're not surprised when throwing the ball.
That's right. Everybody should be well greased, well versed with what's going on in the middle. Can't do it in the hot. If 2 men been doing the lifting, when your time come in the middle, you'll be strange.
So ball cut away into the offside. That's a good looking shot. Sort of like an uppercut. Square of the wicket. And he picks up a single.
Yeah, that one was bouncing up on him. That's sort of a tennis ball bounce. Trying to whack it over the extra cover. Coming off the toe end of the bat. He didn't get all of it. They're going to have to push on here for this next 11 runs and then have the countdown. That's how they're going to have to do it.
Yeah, Faisal Khan has gone for 4 in this over. This has been good for him. Taking on the pad. Not out says umpire Charlie Javid.
Yeah, Charlie's a strong man. He's been here since Friday. I've umpired every day, just about in every match. And when he's not umpiring, he's doing the third umpire's duty. You call this no rest for the weary. Because you still have to concentrate even when you're the third umpire. You have to be, oh, this one pays off.
Yeah, and speaking of umpiring, haven't you done some games now and then, Ivor Henry?
I've done it all in this thing, yes. I'm a qualified umpire.
Nice.
But I think I prefer to sit and talk so I can either praise you or tell you as it is. You know? So if it's good, I'll tell you. If it's bad, I'll tell you. I try not to just always give my opinion.
You did U.S. Open games also?
No, I haven't done
Florida League
minor
games.
leagues. I've done the minor leagues.
Oh.
I've reached as far as the minor leagues. No, I've moved over to Atlanta now. So, and I haven't done any matches or anything over there. I just relax and sucking up some of the cold that's happening over there. It's cold, like in New York.
So Isa Konarai has been given the ball, and he comes in here with 90 to win. Batting at 89 for 4. We've seen a very good hand from Taimur Akbar Khan. He's up to 44. Coveted way to get a half century, always a major milestone, especially in T20 cricket when balls and deliveries are limited. So you don't get a lion's share unless you're batting at the top of the order. And Taimur Khan came in at number 4, so you know that the top order would have used up quite a few balls already. Oh, slashed, not in control, but could get runs here. And look at that, they come back for a couple of runs.
Yes, a relaxing too. He was going hard at this one coming off the outer portion of the bat, but he got it sailed over the extra cover fielder on the circle. There's a cover sweeper and there's a long off. The ball dropped in no man's land for 2.
Yeah, ball worked into the onside from Taimur Khan. Continues to bat well.
Yeah, it's the highest one score in this match so far, 47. 1 strike away from 50. It'll be the first 50 of the match if he gets there.
So Ezatullah Kale comes in here on strike. We talked about the DC Eagles. They've won 1, they've lost 1. 1 against the Smashers, lost against New York. Oh, bowled him. Stumps are lit. And another wicket fall. This time Kale goes 92 for 5.
Yeah, you miss and I hit. Center stump knocked back. Just when we thought he would be there to shake his partner's hand for the 50, he's left the venue. 92 it is for the loss of 5 wickets. You're swinging wildly, right across the marbles. Why not play straight? You're not doing the heavy lifting. Keep company with Timur. Sometimes we get over ambitious. You have to remember the team, play your role, get over the 100 mark and the countdown. What do we know? What do I know? We commentators are oftentimes wrong with our prediction. We thought he would have stayed there and played the role, get his eye in. He's just been there for before this one, 5 deliveries. So you're going swinging wildly. Setting up for a good game. But I don't think the Lions are gonna let the Smashers get anywhere close to this one. I do not think so. This team is just too good, Lenny. Just all around good. There's some teams that are good in the batting and then have no bowling. But to me, the all-round performance, I said it early from the second game, I think it's going to be the team to beat.
So Mohammad Kamal has come to the middle. And we saw Mohammad Kamal had a lot of work to do in the field. The ball followed him all day. And so he comes out here with some trouble here for the DC Eagles, overpowered by a strong put together LA Lions. And we say strong because they've proven it that they can win matches batting first and defend whatever they've put on the table. And you look at the card, it's 92 for 5, so their bowling has done the work as Issa runs into bowl to Kamal. And Kamal goes first one looking for runs, can't score.
Well, I guess the instructions is to go for broke, go for glory, and there's no tomorrow. Bat like there's no tomorrow, because that was a good delivery. Bowler bowling around the sticks and angling into the batsman, and without having a look, he was having a go.
So we've got one more game coming up. New York takes on Chicago. Look at that. Mohammad Kamal latches on to this one. Gone the distance and gone for a maximum. Lovely strike.
Yes, well, he's following the instructions. Go out and have a swing, have a go. So 2 deliveries up, 2 big swings connected with the second one. It was a good shot in the end. Stealing down the leg side, and he just got it off the sweet part of the bat and over the boundary rope. Another 6, another maximum. 2 away from 100. I guess they were all mad at the other batter there that sucked up a whole lot of deliveries. I was happy to see him go, according to Lenny, down the leg side. So the end of 12, it's 98 for 5. So tomorrow he is going to be on strike when we start the other over, which is over number 13. Yes, no?
Yeah, big conversation there between Taimur Khan and Muhammad Kamal. You get the feeling that Taimur Akbar Khan is letting this man know that we're not far off. We just need to see out this 48 balls, score 10 and over, and we could cross the line. We've seen a game already that looked dying on a team. We saw a big knock from Anderson. He got 85 in quick time and really carried them home. Off the final ball of the 20th over. That game went all 40 overs. Faisal Khan, ball into the offside. Could be looking for a couple of runs. They cross for 1, they look for 2. And Taimur Khan runs across. 2 more runs for him.
100 comes up. And even 100 in the 13th over. So they're going to take it from here now. The countdown is on. 79 more to get. Not too long ago, we were thinking super over, a win for one team or the other. The pendulum was swinging. In the end, it smashes.
Yeah, Faisal Khan tugged into the onside, easy single. You get the feeling, Ivor Henry, they've got to pull out some big shots here. No, the 50 for Taimur Akbar Khan, so he gets a half century.
Yes, first of the match.
So a couple of milestones in this over. We saw the 100 coming up off the first ball, and now a fine 50. Well played by Taimur Akbar Khan. But he's got a lot more work to do. 78 to win, but 50 is a start.
Yes, he has got to continue now. He cannot be satisfied with his 50. He's got to do one for the team. If you want to take the first 50, okay, so be it. Now you have to go and play for the team. In other words, you can't out. You have to put a price on your wicket, following the footstep of one Qureshi Mohammed. He puts a price on his wicket. Every time I commentate, it doesn't matter the level of cricket. You're playing cricket, put a price on your wicket.
Well, that's a lovely shot from Kamal. He's looked the part. He's come out and realizing that they need 10 runs and over. He has played some big shots. In fact, one in the last over that went for 6. And he's looking to get on with things, but this is not a straightforward, easy bowling attack. So 50 for Taimur Akbar Khan. He settles and waits for Faisal Khan. Gets a good delivery onto the square. And they go through for 1. Ivor Henry, 76 to win.
Yeah, that was right up in the block hole. Good bowling. He came down in it just in the nick of time. Gets a single. So far, they have not allowed a dot to be bowled in this over. So that's good. Just keep running in the wicket. The boundary is going to come if they do come. But just don't give up your inning because you're not getting the ball. You're not getting the boundaries.
Well, let's look at what the DC Eagles have done in this series. Well, they lost their opening game to the New York team. They made 136. That was quickly chased down by Christopher Barnwell and his crew. And then in their second game, they won. They chased 155, posted by Dallas Smashers. So, tale of two tapes. They've batted once before. They batted once first, and they've chased once. And this time they're chasing. They need 76 to win from 43. Final ball for Faisal Khan. Look at that, looking to stretching across, never a good thing. 13 gone, it's 103 for 5.
Well, that's the latest score here. Remember, 179 is the target score. So the Lions won the toss and they decided they were going to take the first knock, and they really came good on the park. And now they're putting in squeeze here on the DC Eagles. Last two deliveries, 2 dots. We're praising them for winning these singles and keep things rolling. But you have to give the bowlers a lot of credit. You have to give them that credit.
So 76 to win. We come down to the last 7 overs. Isa Konarai will continue. His first over went for 9, picked up 1 wicket, picked up the wicket of Esatula Kale. Might have been that stomping opportunity. So the cricket continues as we come down to the last 42 balls. Oh, that's a good strike. Fielder comes in. Got both hands to the ball. Couldn't hold on. Looks like Durrani. And that one has gone away for 4. So another good-looking shot from Taimur Khan.
Yes, they're going to need a few more of those. And
yeah, they need 72 to win from here on. Still some ways to go as we look ahead to the other night game coming up. And that is New Yorker. They will take on Chicago Catchers. Another interesting game as we close out for the day. Oh, pulled into the onside. That's a lovely shot from Taimur Khan. And he picks up a single-handed strike over to Mohammed Kamal, who was showing us that he could bat.
I had a New York sheet, so I don't know. Someone took my New York sheet. I had it. He gave me one yesterday.
So 108 for 5. Mohammed Kamal is the man on strike. And here is Isa Konarai, runs into ball to Mohammed Kamal. He's stretching again outside the off stump, called a wide. And so that will have to be rebowled. So welcome back, Ivor Henry, asking 10.5 runs and over 17 runs needed.
Well, the Nelsons on the board should stand up to one leg. That's it. Superstitious. But it's only a few more runs to get Axton Wade 10 and over. Easy peasy. Batting team outside the off stump wide, and they're going to be helped by extras. The team to beat, I've said it time and time again, is the LA Lions, red hot. Love average, they're due to lose a game. Only 5 wickets down. Only 5 wickets down. So if your number 7 batter is in, you should be able to just stay the course. That's a long way to go. 7 overs is a lot of overs. You can get 80 runs, 90 runs from 10 overs. But you don't need that. You need less than that. Run a ball. Bowl them lights. Camera. Action. He's got to go. I don't know why they're not allowing Taimur to get on strike. They're swinging wildly. 112 it is for 6. just 10-run partnership. While he was there, he struck a 6, and that's about it. Maybe that's the instructions. He's a happy man. Look at him go. Where are the scouts? Where are the agents? He wants to play franchise cricket.
Yeah.
He has the passion. He has the passion. So he came quickly and is gone quickly.
So Hari Bandari comes to the middle. And you get the feeling that this game is beginning to slip from the grasp of DC Eagles. And it looks like if all goes well here for the Lions, they could go 4-zip in this series. A dominating display from day one.
Yes, they got out the blocks quickly and they have not looked back. They have not faltered. And even at this juncture, they were a neck ahead. At one stage, they were just a nose ahead. But with 6 wickets down, I think they were a whole neck ahead. Timor is there, but he's off strike, and they're not playing it wisely. Get him on strike. They would have seen what Anderson would have done.
So ball into the offside, and Bandari gets off the mark quite quickly and easily. And hands a strike with a couple of balls remaining in this over to Timur Akbar Khan. He's been the only man who's really made anything of substance here for the DC Eagles.
That's true, just 36 deliveries and it's gone to 58. So getting him on strike, he's the guy who's saying he's been there for a while. Get him up at the end and let him dictate from there. But everybody wants to be the hero.
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be another day in which teams will have to solidify their performance and see what needs to be done. I tell you what, I know what needs to be done. You got to win. Win something and get points on the table.
Yes. But it's just one team without points on the table. They would have lost today.
Yeah, high rollers.
High rollers yet to get in the W.
Yeah, they were
column.
looking very good at one time. Quite promising, but that's the way the game plays. A couple of swings and misses here from Timur Khan. So the 14th over comes to a close. It's 113 for the loss of 6.
So 2-minute dots, that at least I can say that. If you're really chasing, you've got to do one better than that. Try to squeeze singles. The dots are killing you. If you have to add the dots here, you'll see quite a number of dots in this inning. Just can't go boundary hunting. You're not gonna make it. You have to run singles. So this pitch, first in use. We have seen the first 3 days on the western pitch. We saw some good scores. We saw 300s coming from that pitch. We have seen 150 so far coming from this pitch. But I can tell you, you're not going to see the 100 in this inning. There's not enough for him to get another 42 runs. I don't think. Can be done, but I have to call it as I see it. If he can really willow, he can get there. But his batting partners are not staying. That's the problem, Lenny.
So Parrot Carr comes back into the attack. Ball turned away into the onside. And the Lions know, the LA Lions, the Los Angeles Lions know that once the balls are not going over and across the ropes, we're pretty much safe, and every passing ball that is not a boundary ball will only accelerate the required rate to go upwards. They need 65, and you talked about, what, 36 balls? Well, it's 35. We've seen a A good delivery from Abhishek Paratkar. And into the offside, another single. So this is not going to hurt this fielding team.
Nope, but a win here for the Lions would get them into the semis. And at number 1, there's no turning back. Once they would have won 4 on the trot, they'll be in at number 1. There's no other team that are going to get to 4 wins.
Yeah, and they play tomorrow also. They play in the mid-afternoon game. They play at the 2 o'clock game. So the Lions, they're on the road again. And that means on Thursday, they could be the team rested. Oh, chance of a run out. The throw comes in, my goodness.
Another direct hit.
No need for a direct hit, but the fielder has taken the liberty to do that. And another direct hit. And Timur Khan, the man who's batted so well, finally goes by a run-out route.
How many of those we would have seen in this tournament? Direct hit. No fewer than 7.
Yeah,
Which you can have the stats in that.
and the fielder had so much time. In fact, he could have run with the ball himself.
Yes, because it would have been overthrows once we would have passed because no one was backing up. Only the umpire was there to get in the way.
Yeah,
and
he's all smile.
yes.
Impressive work from this man.
That's his bowler, right?
Yeah, Durrani. Hezbollah Durrani.
His bowler, man, he threw that ball with some venom. They have to check those stumps, man. He really aimed and fire. Well, 115 for 7. They're dropping like flies now.
Yeah, take a look at this. Look. Stranded. And Durrani in with another direct throw. And you talked so much about so many direct throws for the run out. We'll take a look at it again. But this is live as Abhishek runs into ball to Hari Bandari. Oh, my goodness. Has he put one down? One of the simplest catch ever.
Off his own bowling, has no one else to blame but himself.
A little stretch. But in the end, Hari Bandari survives, and they're struggling here. 115 for 7. And the DC Eagles, another loss here will essentially mean that they will be playing 3 matches. And 2 losses and just 1 win. And on the other hand, the Lions continue to rule.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, whoa. When I heard you going, whoa. They're wooing. You said, wool. Okay, well, they're ruling and wooing at the same time.
Yeah, playing like a king.
Yes, the Lion King. Yep. There's no way they're going to lose this match. I can tell you that. They're too confident. Taking pace off. One beats the bat of the batter and goes to the keeper. 115 for 7. More dots. Too many dots. So they did put up a fight, though, I can tell you. So here it is. Take your time. Take your time. Bang. Yeah, but you could have taken the one out. The other batter, your batter, the man who is hitting the ball, wants to get on strike. He's down there. He's aiming all this time. Get out and let him get in. Cross. You got to take one for the team, batter. Your batter is inside there. You had enough time. He's coming out. You saw it. Take off and go. You have to be mindful of these things. Take one for the team. You take the one out if that's the case. And leave your informed batter in.
So Yusuf Zazai, we talked about how impressive he has been. And he comes in here with asking rate almost 13 runs and over. And the DC Eagles, Afan Bashir is the man on strike. And here is Yusuf Zazai. And Bashir gets a ball. He strokes it up into the offside, looking as pretty as ever.
Oh, yeah. First class cricket. Head down, another dot.
Yeah, no comeback tomorrow.
Oh. Tell you, they were competitive for a while. They was really looking good. They really held the Lions in check at the latter part of the match.
Yeah, not a good delivery. Yusuf
Yes.
Zazai continues to be a very good bowler in this series.
It's a Yorker. Good bowling. We have to give it to the bowlers. Sometimes we leave the bowlers out and just looking at good strokes, but we have to look at good balls as well. 115 for 7. If they were 115 for 1 or 2, going at 13 runs and over, oh, I'll be putting my wages and say the bat has got to go. But with 7 wickets down, that means the number 9 batter is in at bat. If things are true to form, he's not gonna get there. Another singler.
Yeah, when you look at Yusuf Zazai, you'll see him at the top of the table so far in how many wickets a bowler has taken in the series. The most, 10. Came into this match with 8, got 4 for 15, got 4 for 18, got none for 15. So that's 8 wickets in 3 games. He's picked up 2 so far. So top of the table for him. That's impressive. I know we're talking T20 cricket, not necessarily looking for wicket, but when you can get wickets, it's probably more better than an economy rate that you can send down, Ivor Henry.
I agree. So the frontline batters are from the Lions team with 2 centuries, and the top bowler is from the Lions. And they had a couple of runouts as well, so there's no column for these runouts to say, well, hey, here it is, you're going to get the coveted trophy for runouts. Feeling, we have to value feeling, we devalue fielding.
So Zazai looking for more. 10 wickets so far. Big appeal, caught behind, and so that tally moves from 10 to 11. So another wicket here for Zazai. He's chasing another 4-wicket haul.
4-4 for him is just around the corner, and this is just his 3rd over, so he has 7 deliveries in which to pick up maybe a 5-4. I was calling for 5-4. Maybe I'm jinxing him, so maybe I should leave it alone. Twice he was on the 4-wicket and I say, could he get a 5-4? No, I should leave it alone. He has 2 more. Would he get it? They really fell apart. I expect him to get much more than that by the look of things, but the red hot Lions continue to roar.
So Rafai Safdar comes out here with 8 wickets down. And it's the writing on the wall, Ivor Henry.
Yep, I can see that white over there, and it seems like it's a lady dressed in white. Is she big? Is she fat? I'm not too sure about that. That part I'm not going to describe, but I can see a flag. Coolie girl. They're waving a flag. Surrender, surrender.
So Zazai with 11 wickets in the series runs in to bowl to the new man. Oh, that's a good delivery. He's gone. So another 4-wicket haul for Yusuf Zazai. And he's gone up to 12.
Right up in the block hole. Another chance for a hat-trick when he comes back. He's going to ask the other bowler at the other end not to take a wicket. Give me a chance to get my hat-trick. I think that's instruction that the skipper would have been given. Let's see what's going on here. Is it in front of the leg stick, maybe? Touching down outside leg, maybe? What do you think? There's a good delivery, Yorker, right up in the block hole. Right up in the block hole, he was given LBW golden duck. He's gone for a duck. So 117 for 9.
So Mas Karam comes to the middle. And they still need 62. Highlights of the bowling so far. Yusuf Zazai has gone up to 12 wickets. He's on a hat trick. And he's picked up 3 4-wicket haul. Beat that.
Yep. Hat-trick of 4 wickets. You're not going to top that anytime soon, I can tell you. Not in this tournament. 17th edition of this US Open.
So the captain comes back, Abdullah Adil. Starts pretty well. Everyone has really bowled well. Ivor Henry, no chinks in the armor so far from this team. We talked about their batting so much, but their bowling is good enough.
All-round performance. You got what you wanted. You wanted to see the middle exposed. They were exposed and they came good. Too good.
Yeah, swung away into the onside. They'll get one. Harry Bandari gets another run, and now Mas Karam will get ready to face his first ball. Last men standing. And folks, grab something, grab a snack as we change over. And we've got New York taking on Chicago in must-win games for these men. And New York with 2 points. Chicago, I think, is on 2 points too. And so there we go. There we have it. 118 all out. Abdullah Adil, the captain, he strikes. He takes out Mas Karam, and it's all over. The LA Lions, they win by 60.
Another bowled out again. They custom bowling up people in the 17th over, 16.3 overs. They would have bowled out Chicago in 16.5 overs. I'm saying he's done. He didn't allow his other bowler, the skipper, to get a 5-4. He said, I will do it, end it here. And now I gave you your chances down up front. Last wicket to be had, I'm going to go and I'm going to get it. Well, stand by for the final match of the evening. So top score in this inning would have been Timor. He got to 59 from 39. And the only double figures here came from Hussein up at the top. Bowling, the stand-up bowler, Yusuf Zaizi, he got 4 for 22. Isa, he would have come in with 2 wickets. That's it, folks. Handshakes are going up all over. When we come back, we'll bring you the final match of the day.